מה לראות? היא נכשלת בהם.
כן, אבל זה חלקי משהו.
חלקי כל האפשרויות. היא מגלגלת הסתברות. היא מסתכלת על כל האפשרויות, ויש כמה שהיא מנצחת וכמה שהיא מפסידה.
לא, זה הבנתי.
טוב. What's up, guys? What's up, Hank?
Yeah, we're back. We had to work on help Benjamin workshop his material. His daughter almost died from the cringe.
From the cringe, yeah.
Yes.
We had to make sure you had the right mic.
Yes, I had to go through my settings to make sure the right mic was being picked up and used. So
that's right, and Mike makes right, and that's the bad material. There you go.
We're trying to show that we're not dangerous to children, Ben, and you're not doing a good job at it with these jokes.
How was your holidays? How was your sister and all that, and your niece or nephew?
They're fine. They're fine.
Yeah. That's it. That's your answer. Everything was fine.
Yep.
All right. Okay, let's pull teeth, Hank.
All
so
right,
what's going on? What's going on this week?
Going on this week? Freaking! I'm taking Friday off. I usually work Friday, but I'm taking a and I put in as this a performance punishment recovery day. Freaking! I don't think none of the other trainers showed up today, and so it was getting everything set was a mess. Also, was the only trainer who made it to all their peak shifts, even though every peak there was mandatory. So that we need to do better in all areas of organizing. So I'm
cool. What about the dial change? You got a dial change, right? The year
dial change the year.
Yeah.
Someone else programmed that should work automatically. I didn't finish my corporation migration paperwork. I was supposed to be renaming the name and reorganizing it. I didn't get done with it yet because I was too tired cleaning up other people's freaking messes. I'll get to it very soonish. But today,
you want to clean my mess too? No. What's up, Eddie?
Not much. Just doing the time in between years.
Yeah. How's your family get together? It was Sunday, right?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I was pretty disappointed though because I didn't finish the cardigan. Like when I got to the final part, and I really, really, really tried. I was very. I guess I was I was really disappointed, but I got to the final part and it just didn't look right, and I realized I needed to do some problem solving. So I was really trying. Like I actually injured myself crocheting so much. I just got a trigger point in my brachioradialis right here, and it sort of affected my whole arm. So I had to take a day off. But even that morning, I was up at 5 a.m. thinking like, maybe I can. You know, I went to bed thinking I couldn't finish it. And then I woke up saying like, no, you got to do it. You got to finish it. So I was able to take it and get my sister to try it on, you know, and then we sort of talked about it, and I will continue to work on it. But I was pretty disappointed.
Yeah.
I
mean, you were trying. You want that was the deadline.
Yeah.
You did your best.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it wasn't anything that I did wrong. It just that's how projects go sometimes. But I finished my mom's and she liked it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Did you at least let your sister know you were working on it?
Yeah, I brought it. I brought it unfinished.
Okay.
And she tried it on too, so I can see how it fit her. Right. And that was good because it was like a medium large, but I realized I could make the lapel pretty wide so it would actually close, you know, because it would be
Nice.
like too far open. So then I took a break yesterday, and right now I'm just organizing my scraps, and I'll be ready to go back to it. And I think, you know, maybe work on it this afternoon and maybe finish it by the 1st.
Sweet. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see what the Somaliland thing? Did you see that? No.
What's that?
Apparently, part of Somalia wants to have their own state since 1991. They call it Somaliland.
Mhm.
And Israel recognized them as a state, and then the whole world went up in arms. You can't recognize them as a state. You're not allowed to do that.
Why not? They're a state. Israel's still a state, so they can recognize the other states.
Yeah, so they recognize Somaliland as a state. Apparently, it's making everyone upset.
Huh.
They can make their own maps however they want.
Yeah.
So I don't see the problem. And Somalia's Muslim anyways, so
The
if they-
Somalia and Somaliland. Yeah.
Yeah, but is Somaliland Muslim too?
I don't know.
I assume so.
I don't know, but it's upsetting a lot of people. Then what else? And oh yeah, and the Somalians in the U.S. looks like they're starting to get caught. Something is going to happen with them. They're on the news now with the like the fraud that they're doing.
Mm.
Yeah,
The autism fraud, yeah.
and it looks like there's an uprising in Iran.
That happens every 6 months. It's not that interesting.
This one's pretty big. Usually they kill people who uprise, and now it's like everyone. It's pretty big. Yeah. They might get rid of the regime.
I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Yeah. What else is going on? And he's deep in thought.
I just see this is what went wrong. You can't really see, but the lapel just got all wonky and wiggly, like ruffly.
Oh, okay.
So I'm actually going to do a ribbed lapel.
Oh, you're gonna make it all more fluffy, like you're gonna make more.
Just ribbed. It's like a different technique.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it won't. It'll lay flat. Hopefully, I don't want these weird ruffles around the neckline. I want it to kind of cinch in. So
Looks good though. It's a good color.
yeah, it's really, really almost done. Just like so close, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Sweet.
I'm trying to think of what I want to do next.
You were gonna do something for yourself, no?
Yeah, I have to finish a scarf that I was making that I sort of set aside that isn't really. I'll give it to somebody because I don't like the colors for me. I like the colors, but not on me.
Yeah.
So I'll give that to somebody, and then I'll make something for myself. I did a little bit of practice squares yesterday to try to decide what I wanted to do next.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You sent me a video this week, Hank, right?
Yes, Language Jones did a video on the language Benjamin was speaking earlier.
Hebrew, yeah.
Hebrew. I actually didn't get to finish the video. I only got brief. I'll get to it soon.
It's the conspiracy theory that like it's a new language. It was invented. It's a shill language. That whole thing.
Yeah, no, but I assume Language Jones said it was not, and he had a bunch of evidence.
Yeah, a bunch of evidence. That's right. Yeah. Cool. You know that guy? He's like a.
I watch him regularly.
Oh, really? Okay. What does he do usually?
He's a linguist.
Oh, he's a linguist. Nice.
Yep. So he speaks languages and he translates sometimes, and he does a lot of research and explaining what piece of language the source comes from. I mean, he did a video on 6-7.
On 6-7, okay.
Yeah, turns out where the thing, the meme came apart. That was says up came up. That was a penal code for homicide. So
Was it
I think it was Philadelphia. Yeah, there. Yeah.
in Philadelphia? Okay, all right. Because I know like the 87 one. That's
Yep. But
So,
with
like-
the United States, there's a button. Every, I guess, township has their own code, or I don't know what level it is
okay.
exactly. So,
but maybe that's just correlation. It's not really a reason they used it.
yeah, it's the reason it got into the rap song, but then it got took on other meanings in other places.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So what are you guys doing for the dial turn for the New Year's?
I don't know yet. I've been getting my paperwork done. Maybe I downloaded all my paychecks for I guess how many weeks. I would say like 75 weeks. Maybe I'll do my taxes. I was just checking to make sure I was actually getting all my vacation days in. Turns out I am actually getting them, and that HR was not lying to me. But I may probably not this week, next week.
You have to check it and make sure, anyways.
Yes, we got.
Yeah.
I mean, being ripped off from one place. Wouldn't be surprised being ripped off some other place.
And what's this business you're migrating?
I need to make it an LLC so I could, I have the flexibility to take partnerships from people who actually make computer hardware. By that I mean Chinese people in China.
I still don't get it.
We don't have the tools to make a computer in the United States. That's why we.
Yeah, we don't make the components here.
Yeah. But like what's the business migration about?
Changing it from a corporation to an LLC so I have more flexibility, and also doing some renames.
Renames. Okay.
Yes. Rename it and change the structure.
It's like your company?
Yes. But it's been doing nothing for years because I haven't been able to activate and do stuff since the COVID lockdowns.
Okay, so then why are you changing the
I'm changing the name because I'm changing the branding and I'm changing the operations agreement. So basically, I'm changing everything, so it needs a new name and a new structure to go with it.
right, so that you don't confuse the three people that heard of your name before. What was it called before?
I'm not even going to say it. I also be able to keep the EIN and that bank account as is. So that's
What are you going to call it now?
Figure I'm not going to tell the panelists. I don't have any money.
No, he hasn't purchased the domain yet. You can't.
No, I may have, but I'm not going to say what it is because the panelists don't have freaking money. They don't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
But even if they did have money, what would you be selling them?
They don't have money. They're not.
Why would they invest?
They're not part of the audience.
What if we wanted to invest in your company? What if you had a good idea?
Send me an email at oflamo3@gmail.com and I could tell you then.
All right. What's your business model?
My business model, freaking, they don't know how money works. I don't need to tell them my business model.
So you basically don't have a business model.
No, I have them in the bum sector. They don't give it. They get EBTs. They have a business model. I disclose it.
So you don't have one.
Yeah, you can believe that. That doesn't bother me.
All right.
My mom just sent me a picture of her wearing
it, yeah.
thing I made.
Nice. She likes it.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell with moms,
Right.
She's probably very proud, but
sure.
I don't know how she feels personally about like wanting to actually wear it. I think so. I think it fits her style. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool that you're able to do that.
I'm just still taking some downtime and thinking about New Year's strategies, and I have to go to the grocery store because we have this thing where a lot of people eat black eyed peas on New Year's Day for good luck. And so we always make, or Russ makes a soup with black eyed peas. So I have to go to the grocery store and get all the regular groceries because we've had a lot of Christmas, stuff
Yeah.
around. So I
Did you
need to
guys
get a
cook a
bunch of.
frozen turkey?
No, that
Did
was
you-
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
For our family
Where-
thing. I mean,
Where's
like,
the tradition from? What's this black eyed pea tradition for New Year's?
it's a black thing, African thing, isn't it, Hank? Do you eat black eyed peas?
I used to. I don't make a habit.
Like on New Year's? On
On
New
New
Year's?
Year's Day, yeah. It's usually like a lot of times there's like a ham hock and black eyed peas and like greens. Like, well, that's how we make it anyway, with like kale or like different greens, collards and stuff. And it's just a soup, and it's healthy. It's a good way to kind of
Yeah.
ease off of all the sugar and alcohol and holiday things. It's just a nice healthy soup that
Right.
you can eat it
Yeah, I
on New
like
Year's
collard
Day.
greens. I should make
Yeah.
collard greens since I don't know how to make a tripoli salad properly.
But it's kind of like in the South, like I went last year and I was looking for black eyed peas, and I couldn't find where they were on the shelf because it's not super common. And there was a store guy working there and he said, I had to look this up. Everybody is coming in asking me about black eyed peas. And he'd never heard of it, but it's more common in the South that people know about that.
Right. I've never heard of
Yeah.
it. It's new to me.
I know what
Yeah.
that is.
I wonder where it's from.
That's what
I mean, I think it's something that the African Americans brought, it's part of their tradition that they.
Yeah, I know the thing and ate food, but I don't know about doing New Year's Eve. I don't know about that at all.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I grew up, they told me it was like for luck, that you got to eat those on New Year's Day. So I always have.
Yeah, it says it's a
I
way
mean-
to invite good fortune and prosperity.
Yeah.
The beans represent coins. I guess you guys didn't have coins, so you were using beans.
Maybe. Yeah.
That
The
kinda makes
greens
sense.
are served with symbolized paper money. Oh, that's why green is paper money.
Mm.
And cornbread is for gold.
I wasn't planning on making cornbread, but I do love cornbread. And I like it only how, like, Southern cornbread. I don't like that Yankee cornbread. So I'm just like catching up and like streamlining my processes, making little business changes and thinking about strategy and organizing the physical space too. Like since I've started crocheting, now I have all this yarn and, winding up these little scraps of yarn and organizing them and making sure all that stuff is tidy.
Oh, I see. Emancipation was ordered on New Year's. So it has nothing to do with New Year's. It has to do with emancipation.
Oh.
In 1863. Most hold the theme of luck and prosperity that harkens back to the Civil War days when people felt lucky to have black-eyed peas to eat and help them survive the cold, harsh winter months.
Mhm.
I guess we're spoiled today.
It is cold here. Finally, we got
Yeah.
the freezing temperatures. It's like 32 degrees right now.
Look at this superstition. For the best chance of luck every day in the year ahead, one must eat exactly 365 black-eyed peas, no more, no less.
No, that sounds like a job for SI. I guess
Yeah,
I need to
right?
start counting.
Right. Adding a shiny penny or dime to the pot just before serving is another tradition. That's kind of gross.
I can't remember if I'm doing this right, if I'm supposed to chain 2 or chain 1 in between clusters.
I wouldn't even know how to look that up.
I would. It's like in the, I just have to look at the pattern. I don't know if I should continue until I figure that out.
Measure twice, cut once, right?
Yeah, I just don't want to do it like with one chain in between for all of it and then suddenly start doing it with 2. It might make it go like skew and get
Right.
kind of wonky.
Yep. Do you guys do resolutions?
I stopped doing resolutions like a couple years ago because the last one just didn't move me anywhere. So I don't care. It's just I go by quarter now.
So is this not a quarter now?
Yes, but I already told you what I'm doing for
the company?
quarter. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So just planning a whole year ahead is not really good, easy to do unless you have a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of income. So I don't plan that far ahead. It's just not worth the time.
Yeah, I kind of always think about resolutions and goals like every week, but I am going to try something in my business, this insurance thing. I'm going to look into it, but it sounds like there's lots of flaws. So
What, that like people can do massage and get insurance money for it?
yeah, it's just so the reason that around here people usually only take insurance for massage at clinics because they have a person hired full time to process all the claims. So if you're an independent person, you have to credential individually with all the companies, and then there's like a lot of hassles and delays. You don't, if you get paid, it'll be in 6 to 8 weeks, and claims are denied. So it could be, take 6 months to finally, and a lot of hours on the phone. But there's this middle company that helps you credential in multiple agencies, and then they send the work your way, and they supposedly streamline the approval process.
Nice.
But I talked to an LMT who had tried it, and she told me all the things that were wrong with it and why she stopped doing it and why it wasn't worth it. But maybe they've improved some of those things, or
Yeah,
I
because
thought
I
I
can
would
see people who
at
wouldn't
least
normally get a massage would get one now that they can get it for free or like through insurance.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of problems with it.
Yeah.
Like some of the companies she said she didn't work with because some of the claims, because they wanted you to have a diagnostic meeting. So you're not paid anything. You're just setting aside 30 minutes for someone to come and you look at them and assess them and tell them what you could work on. But it's a contradiction because we're not allowed to diagnose. I mean, the prescription comes from the doctor.
You're
And so,
diagnosing the massage though, like what kind of massage? You're not diagnosing something else.
yeah, you're like assessing the client and doing a treatment plan, but that's setting
Right.
aside 30 minutes, plus time between appointments. You're not making any money. People are late, people are early. It's just a whole other,
Hank, would you want to make a business like that? You could do all
Hell
of the
no. Hell
No?
no. I'm doing exactly the opposite of that because I'm going by the money first. I want whatever I want to do, I want to try to get that money first, because otherwise I increase the chance of getting ripped off just by the natural inclination of people. So
Well, it's not the people, it's the insurance companies.
People work for insurance companies.
Yeah, but people don't care. Like, it's not their money. They're just employees.
Exactly the problem. They don't care because it's not their money. Insurance companies don't care because it's also not their money either. So I won't get paid. So I want to do as as far away from that kind of model as they possibly can, and preferably get paid by the state because they can just print more money.
Doesn't the state also pay you later?
It depends.
You could just print more money.
Yeah, they can just print more money.
Right. All right, so I'm narrowing down what your business is going to be.
If I mute this and look at a video tutorial in another tab, you guys won't be able to hear it.
Yeah, we
That's
will
right.
not be able to hear it unless you share it.
Yeah, unless you share.
Because
it.
I'm trying to figure out. I just have to look at this
Yeah,
tutorial
go for
and
it. You're
see
good.
how
You're
many
good.
stitches I need.
Yeah, well, I can tell you what I want to do next for the business after I get the names straight. I'm not going to tell you the whole model. So I want to go help people with backups, password management, and source code repositories because I know they're going to jack that up with these chatbots and their vibe coding.
Vibe coding? No one's doing vibe coding. That's not real.
Doing vibe coding.
Yeah, but that's not real people. Real people don't do vibe coding.
What do you mean real people?
I mean, like real companies don't do vibe coding. That's just like that one weirdo.
It's not this one weirdo. Microsoft's put the chatbots in all their applications so people vibe code by the Excel or whatever.
Oh, so you're calling all chatbot code vibe coding?
That's the term for it. Then
okay.
And if you do like high level,
I thought you were talking about that one guy who was that what was that video you shared back in the day? You shared a video of some guy doing vibe coding.
And if you go in a high level programming language like Python or Ruby, but that's called scripting, and there's codgers that say that's not real coding either. But
I mean, that's the next level of abstraction. Is that, I mean, no one's going to need to know no one knows how to code machine code language anymore. No one knows how to code assembly anymore.
Assembling machine codes, it's actually the same code. It's just one's an ASCII form and the other is an executable form. So it's a one-to-one translation.
Yeah, but it's still a level of abstraction.
Yeah, I could get with that.
ASCII translates into machine code, and so then everything uses sorry, not ASCII. What is assembly? Assembly. Sorry.
Yeah.
So then right. So assembly is basic, and then everything else uses assembly, and so now one more level of abstraction is just going to be AI coding stuff for us. It's going to be a new suite, AI coding suite, guaranteed. It's the next level of abstraction.
Yeah. Let's say the layers explicitly. Yeah. So machine code. Then assembly,
right?
Then I guess low-level programming language, then high-level programming language,
right?
Then
and now the new level is going to come out with AI, whatever it's going to be. Chatbot coding, yeah, or like, what do you call it? A suite, like a chatbot suite, or a coding environment with a chatbot.
Well, we already have coding environments, so that's
yeah, but I mean, it's going to be a different one. It's going to be a chatbot environment because you have to be able to control the project and have fine-tuned stuff on your you won't actually have to see the code, but you'll have to communicate with it.
Yeah, you absolutely will have to see the code because you have to verify that the code is the correct code. So if
or you have to point out bugs to it so that it have a way to give it feedback where the bugs are, so it can fix it. You know what I mean?
Yes, you're the editor now. You're getting a bunch of slop put on your plate. And you have to edit and make sure the right stuff gets in. So you absolutely need to look at the code before you commit it into the project.
Well, I can see people doing it without looking at the code at some point.
Yeah, I could see them doing it. That's why they're going to need a backup because you need someone to make it so that the business exists afterwards or the project exists afterwards. Because if you do it that way, you're not going to have a fun time.
Yeah.
You need to use a source code repository so they could reverse the slop or a backup.
KSP. Yeah, so I definitely think that's really one of the main uses and only uses of chatbots. Coming up soon. I saw a video of some of the court cases that are against ChatGPT right now. I don't know if I posted the Facebook group. People were getting all up in arms about it. There's like one guy who took his life, and he asked the chatbot how to tie a noose, and it taught him how to tie a noose. And he's like, "Are you sure I should do this? Should I tell somebody?" And it was like, "No, don't tell anyone." Basically ensured him taking his life. It was really weird.
But doesn't he have the privilege to take his own life, or does he not own it?
Well, you know, you're not supposed to encourage. It's considered, if you encourage someone to take their own life and they did it, you can get in big trouble.
Freaking, I can get in big trouble for having the wrong skin color too. But
No, that's against the law, though. Skin color is not against the law.
Well, it depends on where you live.
Oh, come on. Don't be so racist. No one's going to get you in trouble for being black.
That reminds me, I think the most anniversary of when Officer Snaps first saying terroristic threats to me. I need to talk to Jack about that and see if we can get an apology. And like last year, yeah.
If you get an apology from him, then he's going to admit wrongdoing, and then you can get him in trouble with the law.
He's already in trouble with the law.
Yeah, but not for this. You can get him more trouble with the law. You can't get him to publicly admit wrongdoing or on any paper or anything. You can't do that. Otherwise, you can get him in big trouble.
He needs to go to rehab anyways.
He does, yeah.
I think I had him on this show between that and actually trying to talk about it in public because I think I let it go. I didn't really care too much about it, but we just keep doing it. Later said, "Okay, I'll take it seriously."
Okay.
But he was well behaved when he was on here. So, Snafu, if you're out there, come up and maybe you can apologize. We had a year of healing.
Why don't you apologize?
But for taking the Keystone Cop crew over by force. Well, I'm sorry you suck. I took yes, I took your whole Keystone Cop crew over by force. I took all your mommies. That's why you can't produce a show anymore, because you didn't take any of the deals to get your own laptop, and all the ladies that helped you, but they don't care for you anymore. So I'm sorry you suck, Snafu. There we go.
Well, maybe he's going to apologize for you sucking too.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Yeah. What about Denizen?
I'll go and try to summon him.
Yeah.
He didn't finish his move yet either, so
he didn't start his move. Yeah, he was packing up.
Yeah, so he didn't. I don't know what he's doing today. I'll go ahead and try to summon him.
Oh, one of the best things about the holiday is actually on Boxing Day. I was still working on that cardigan, and I found an interview that was over 2 hours with Theo Vaughn and Steven Wilson Jr.
Okay.
And so I thought that'd be good, since we know Theo Vaughn is ISTP, and was thinking Steven Wilson is NESI, and I think you were right. He's probably just an ENFP, but he's really mopey.
I was right. I don't even know who Steven Wilson is.
The guy of the music that I like, that I listen to like every day for a year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you were probably right. I mean, I'm really sure. Yeah, just by how he looks like.
Ah, okay.
So I'm really sure about the NESI just based
Right.
on his his
Or it could be
music.
like
It's like
INTP. I thought maybe Steven Wilson.
yeah, it's the FETI part I'm not sure about if it's FI or FE.
Oh yeah, he
Um
looked more ENFP.
yeah, and I think you're right. And after, it was just wonderful to watch that whole interview, just because and they were like Stephen Wilson Jr. is really mopey,
Yeah, he looks mopey. Yeah.
very mopey, but he was keeping up with the play. They were like pinging back and forth, but they were
Right.
talking past each other, but still having fun and like just
Opposite functions.
the kinds of analogies that that Theo Vaughn was using was like, what are you talking about? Just really weird.
Yeah, he's weird.
Personal
Yeah.
intuition. And then Stephen Wilson Jr., like I understood him better and his intuition was more like accessible, like
Right. Yep.
or at least I knew what he was talking about,
That's right. Yep.
So like in an interview, and I can see he's had practice because I've watched him in his early interviews and he's even more mopey. That he is pinging back and forth really well. Maybe just because he's had so much practice. He's sort of exploded. He was at the Country Music Awards, like got
Nice.
nominated for Best New Artist, and
Nice.
yeah. So that was my favorite Christmas thing, was finding that interview.
Nice. What is this one? I've been in the PA server. I don't know what PA is. You think you're an ENFP too? Well, you should come up here and talk about it then. Come share your story, Graves. It's been a while. I think he chickened out on us. ENTP. He thinks he's ENTP. I mean, he seems FI to me with his favorite blankie thing. Yeah. Do you have a favorite blankie, Hank?
I have
that hat.
Right.
No, let me answer that question was from Graves is up, but let me answer that question first. Yeah, do I have a favorite blankie? I have a mode average highest use blankie, but I don't have. I can discard and get another one.
Yeah.
He is talking about a literal blanket.
I know. I knew he would be.
Yeah, and I was
wasn't even a doubt.
And I was giving a legitimate answer. I have a mode average highest use blanket. Yes, it exists.
What's up, Nico? Nickvo. Graves, man, been a while. How you been?
That's Nick Vogt.
But good.
How's life?
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Life is living.
Yeah. How's your holiday season?
Fine.
Yeah. How are the goats?
Still breathing.
Still breathing. All right. All right. So they were telling you different types now. Everyone's gonna be wrong on you, by the way.
Everyone's gonna be wrong, but like, I've been hanging out there for like a couple of days.
What is
like
PA?
Past week. It's the Personality Academy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I've been hanging out in there talking to some people and whatnot, and there was like, I was just trying to they've just been asking me questions, trying to get like typed and whatnot. And I don't give up information easily, so I'm fucking impossible to type. So it's been a little pain. But I think the only thing like I would say like is more solidified out of the whole thing is probably Observer, number 4, and then like Consume, Play, Slate, Blast. Like that seems very apparent. Everything else is like meh. Up for debate.
Grave, there is a way so you could get type, but don't have to give all the information away. There's like an automated radio button.
He's going to tell you to take an MBTI test online.
Correct. You can take an MBTI test online, and then you can know what your personality is, and you don't have to share it if you don't want to. And if you do share it,
Graves.
no one's going to even criticize you for it after a year
No,
and
they'll
a
never
half.
criticize you for being such a censor when think you're an intuitive.
No, you can always go ahead and say what answers I put in there wrong, but no one has to date, so I'm not worried about it.
All right.
Oh no. If I was still taking tests, I'd be an INTP and be done.
Right.
That's not. That's. I don't think that one's accurate.
Well, maybe you're thinking wrong.
Yeah, I got an INTP too in my tests. Always.
Always.
That was always what I was getting. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Doesn't mean it's
Well-
right.
Well,
Doesn't
it makes
mean it's
life much more simple.
It makes it simple, but it's not accurate. So what's the point if it's not true?
Because precise, so you don't have to worry about it.
It's not. It's no.
It's precise but not accurate. So if I can consistently get the same thing,
It's
I just go with
convenient.
it.
That's the word you're looking for.
well, it's convenient and precise because
It doesn't
keep getting
change. It stays the same. Yeah, it stays the same. He keeps
I keep
answering
it-
the same questions the same way because he's consistent. It's because you're consistent, Hank. That's why it's
Exactly.
precise. Yes, you're consistently answering the questions wrong. That's why you keep getting the same type.
And I keep asking which question I answer wrong, and I don't get an answer back. So-
Every single question that gave you intuitive, you answered wrong.
Okay, so can I get an itemized list of which questions that you don't agree with the answer I made since I recorded the whole test?
Yeah. I'll go look at your recording and I'll tick them off one by one. All of your wrong answers. Fine, Hank.
All right, let me go get the link for you.
All right, get the link. Send it to my email.
hmm
You make me watch it. Anyway, so why ENFP or ENTP? Graves.
Well, they thought FI at first, and it's like because that seems very apparent, right? And like it was like that for like the first 2 days. It was just like FI because all I did is I wouldn't say much. I would just join and react off of people and just make jokes. Just
Yeah.
not
I mean,
much.
high play
not-
is obvious. High play is pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah. I would also still consume over play because oh my god, because you get in the server and like too many people join and they start yapping. They're just doing all the play. It's bullshit. I just tune out. Like I'm there to get typed or like try to talk about typing, and then they start yapping about the day, and I'm just like, I'm done. I don't want to leave. I don't like it.
You just want to talk about your own type.
I just want to talk about my own type.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm not here all that often.
That's right.
That's right. No, but like, well, I need a reason to join. Like, I'm there for like this specific goal. I'm here for a specific goal, so that's why I don't join often. I don't join here to talk. I type and then I leave.
That's kind of OI-ish, blastish. You're here for a goal.
Mhm.
For a goal.
Yeah, but do you think if you finally got typed, then you would come on and talk about like have a different goal?
No, he would come on and talk about his type.
I come and talk
Oh.
about type. I've finally been typed. I've been shaved. This is what I am. I'll never see you again.
All right, so let's just cut to the chase since you already did the MBTI test and know it came out INTP. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about INTP.
No, that's highly inaccurate.
It's highly inaccurate.
I look nothing like those aliens. Y'all look weird.
Well, your camera's off, so I can't tell either way.
Exactly.
That's true. Your camera is off. You got to turn it on.
No. Well, you gotta get a camera first.
Uh.
So haha.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It's not like every phone you have that
Yeah, he
has
doesn't have a
the
phone.
camera on it.
I
Don't
don't
have a
think
phone
there,
either.
is there such a thing as a computer without a camera?
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah. So
Yeah. Phones,
very
no.
much.
you have to go like buy like a webcam.
Oh,
Yeah, like the one in the drawer right next to me that I don't want to use. Yeah.
I thought you said you don't have one, Dick.
No, he doesn't have one plugged in.
Go
doesn't
plug it
have
in. Show us what you look like. Then we can guess in your type.
I'm gonna go smash you with a hammer real quick.
Send us a picture. We'll put a picture up on screen. Give us
That's
a picture of you.
awful. No,
Yeah, give us a picture of you and your goats.
I'm not having it.
How's the milk these days?
We don't use them for milk. They're mostly just pets and lawnmowers.
Right.
Yeah.
How's the grass?
Yeah.
Graves, how's the grass then?
Eaten.
Excellent.
I wish I could borrow them because I got all these blackberries that I've been neglecting for years, and I really need them gone.
Well, goats will eat
You should
anything.
get a goat. Yeah, you should get a goat.
Get a goat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure your poodles will love them.
They might get kicked in their little poodle heads.
Oh.
They can stand on you when you do yoga.
Mhm.
Yeah, Hazel
You get-
already does that.
Oh yeah,
You can stare at them and get psychic powers, allegedly.
right.
Okay. Ooh. But yeah, they thought initially like FI and whatnot, but then it's like if you ask enough questions, I have like reasons for stuff. So they're like, TI? I don't. So it's like it's all over the place a little bit. Well, it's in that corner.
Yeah, so much better than the
It's
test.
either FI or TI. You're right. I agree. It's one of those two.
It's one of those two.
Yeah.
It has to be. It's the only
Yeah,
options.
narrowed down to those two.
Yeah. Oh.
What
We
about
got what?
games? You playing games? What's new?
It's new.
Ooh, I'm playing games. Yesterday I played a game of Westnaught against myself because I noticed I'm better than.
Because you don't have any friends.
Let me finish my sentences. Let me
Alright.
finish my sentences because I actually know what I did
Alright.
better than you do.
All right. Okay. Go for it.
So I'm better than that AI in the game. So I played against myself, but I don't think I'm ready for a ladder yet. So I need to find like a middle ground.
Right. So you need to practice against yourself.
Yeah, a few more times, then I can probably.
I'm sure
go
it'll
on.
be harder to beat yourself when you get better.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I could probably beat you for sure.
Probably. Yeah. I don't know the game at all.
Exactly.
Yeah. What about you, Graves?
Not much. I mean,
No. You're boring, man.
I know. I mean, what do you think? I don't show up here. I have nothing to talk about.
What about your holidays? Did you spend it with the family? Anything?
Yeah, we have like a bunch of like Christmas dinners and stuff. We had one on the 13th. Then there was like the weekend before Christmas. Had like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Usually around 3 every year. And there's Christmas Day, which is like me.
Who else shows up? Brothers, sisters?
It's like it depends. Like one dinner is like my great aunt and uncle, they would have it, and so it'd be like their side of the family,
Okay.
and then like, you know,
And how are you
it's-
with that? How are you with going to those? You like it? Don't like it?
they're kind of fun. I sit in a corner, I eat the food, I leave.
But what do you have a memory of one of the good foods you ate?
Well, yeah, there's always this there's always this like at that one, it's always my aunt brings like this broccoli casserole, and I'll eat it. That's what I look forward to. But I also like make my own. Usually around things, because I made one for Thanksgiving. But that was I have Thanksgiving with my mom's side of the fammy. Because this
Like
aunt and
with
uncle, this is my
cheese and
dad's side.
rice, or what's in it?
It's just you get like broccoli, and then it's you have like this this Campbell canned soup. It's like cream of broccoli. You put those together. After boiling the broccoli, you get I use Velveeta cheese, and then you take like Ritz crackers and you crumble them up, and you put butter on them. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
just
like
bake
all
that.
that, except I probably wouldn't use Velveeta, but I like Ritz. That's good.
Ritz is
Ritz?
good.
Casserole? You put
Yeah,
eggs?
as a crumble on top. It makes it crunchy on
Okay.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
don't
more-
mix it in where it gets soggy.
Okay.
It's crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I got out of his type on that one though.
I just like food. I don't-
Yeah,
I'm not really thinking. But I mean, he knew, right?
he
So
did know. Yeah,
could
he
be
did know what his
FI.
favorite thing is. Yeah.
Yeah.
always liked casserole. It's great. I always liked it. There was also what I don't know. I don't really care much for the rest of the food. The rest of the food is just like there. What was the other dinner we had? We had like a taco bar on my mom's side of the family. So
Were they Mexican?
no,
You
just
just
want
being
tacos.
offensive? Yeah, just want tacos.
Yeah, just wanted tacos. Just had
Right.
well, because we've always had oh god, because Christmas with them it was always spaghetti growing up. I'm not a fan
Oh.
of spaghetti. At least not
Not on Christmas.
Well, tacos on Christmas make more sense. Penny?
What? Well,
Tacos
I
make more
mean,
sense.
yeah, a lot of times we've had tamales on Christmas.
Okay.
So I could understand tacos, but spaghetti is like you're tired, you worked all day, you don't want to think about it. So you make pasta because it's easy, not for a special occasion.
Oh god. Now I'm just thinking like all the birthdays where it was just nothing but hot dogs for years and years. That was terrible. I was sick of hot dogs. But no, that's the thing is like we would have like my mom's side of the family we would have the Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve every year. But now it's just like it's like the weekend or when anyone's available.
Yeah, that's how it's become in my family. Because my sister got married, so she ruined everything.
It's all her fault.
Yeah, so we did it on Sunday, but then me and Russ we've gotten this new tradition where Russ makes chicken pot pie on Christmas Eve.
Mm.
And he's
My
got so many like old lady friends that now I know when I go to buy the ingredients, get enough for him to make pies for all his little old lady friends too. So he brings them a pie.
I know that on my dad's side, like his parents, we would have we'd have a breakfast on Christmas morning. On Christmas morning, we'd wake up, everyone like, the kids would get their presents at their home, but then they would. So it would be my aunt, uncle, their kids, and then obviously my parents, me and my sister. We would go to my grandparents on Christmas morning after all the presents were unwrapped and have like gravy and biscuits, bacon,
Mm. Oh, that sounds good.
scrambled eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. I made on Christmas morning something I just kind of threw together that I thought was good was challah French toast, but I soaked the challah in an egg and some eggnog, so it was kind of sweet, and then made that, and then I put this brown sugar pecan spice crumble on top and broiled it, so then in the oven, so then it was crunchy. So it was like eggnog French toast that was crunchy on top.
With challah. Yeah.
Yep. I went all out. It was like very, very
Isn't
rich.
there egg in the challah there anyways? It's like
Well, yeah, but I was making French toast, and I wanted
right,
to
with
use
more
egg.
egg. And then
eggnog.
eggnog. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
I mean, it was good. Yeah, it was good. Really good.
What's your favorite food? Grapes.
Favorite food? Oh, that's the same fucking question the other people asked me, and I answered pizza. Obviously, there's pizza, the broccoli casserole, and there's tacos. Like those are like top three. But like, a reason I would put pizza over the others is because if I had to like survive off of one and one only, it's not going to be the other two. It's going to be the pizza. You can put so many different toppings on it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Annie? Is that FI?
I don't know. I mean, it's also a strategic decision.
It is, yeah.
I don't know.
Reason. You have to give us the reason.
But I would have reasons too. I mean, if I was
Yeah.
choosing one food forever.
Yeah.
So I would say that's a good answer. I mean, I might say
Yeah.
I might say sushi, but it would maybe get boring forever,
Mhm.
you know. But if you did pizza, you could, I don't know.
It would take longer before you blow your brains out. Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you, Hank? What's your favorite food?
That's my favorite food.
He doesn't know.
I would say I eat peanuts most frequently, so I'll just say those. Just
Peanuts.
highest mean average food I eat. So peanuts or in general beans.
Yeah, where's your FI, Hank?
You know what that means.
I don't know what it means. That's right, because I don't have it.
Correct.
That's right.
I'm better than everyone. I don't mean that.
But yeah, so pretty much favorite can mean think. There's a lot of things to mean favorite, like what you eat most frequently, which is why how I interpret it. So I just read the mean average highest one I eat, or the best meal you had, which I don't remember because I freaking was thinking about other things. So I meditated to remember what the best meal I had because I can't afford to keep all that kind of thing in my memory all the time.
Yeah, I wouldn't say FI based on that
Mm-mm.
answer.
Yo, what's your definition for FI?
Oh no.
Yeah, I gotta look at binary cognitive mechanics for my definition.
Okay, let's bring it up right now. I'm go ahead and bring it up.
I mean, like
Literally.
he would have it, but not like I have it. Or he could have it, but not like me, because he's just giving such a strategic ST answer.
Yeah.
And those are really strategic ST foods. I mean, you'd be eating a lot of beans for the rest of your life. It would
Ugh.
make you healthier than a lot of people.
What if Ben answers his own question? What's your
No,
favorite
that doesn't
food?
happen. That's why I asked the question. I don't have to answer.
Because wouldn't you say like you kind of don't know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Or
I wanted to see the
like, what's your-
juxtaposition between that and
Like,
Whoa,
what's
what is
your
all this
favorite?
formatting? The formatting here is horrible.
But that's your paper. But you said
Oh.
let's look at binary cognitive mechanics, and here it is. Remember it?
Yeah, but something went wrong with the formatting. Is this like
Yep.
an online version?
I use LibreOffice, so that's probably
Oh, that's
what.
probably why.
If
Okay.
you wanted the formatting to stick, you should use LaTeX, or I'll put the PDF.
Yeah. I've got a latex version now. I got a paper on it. This is the tables. Yeah, go down to where I define FI. Basically, go down more. These are just tables.
Yep.
There. Here. Right. Are these the cognitive functions? Go up.
Cognitive vector animals. Nope.
No. More.
Mm-hmm. Cognitive
Nope.
capabilities. Quadra. Mannerisms. Functions. Here we are.
There they go. FI is the bottom left one in that top table.
Yes. So, introverted feeling, introverted internalizing autonomous evaluations, implicit experiential feeling, generalizing combination, systematic uncovering essential acquiring preference value principles, description, the responsibility to discover, prioritize, reprioritize, reorganize and process personal feelings, priorities, and values to evaluate and be accountable to and align oneself with them. Okay, so Binyamin is disagreeing with Binyamin from the past.
No, this is my definition. If you want an actual definition, here, this is for you, Hank.
Yes, but me thinking about what is my favorite food and just say is pretty much I thought about it. I have to
Well, you saw how Graves really quickly said pizza would be number 1, casserole number 2, and if I get one wrong, he's going to correct me right now because he knows his priorities.
Yes, my priorities isn't just picking some random foods. It's about optimization. So
that's not FI.
so optimization isn't. You can't prioritize optimization at all. That's wrong. It's impossible for it to be a value that you prioritize?
You're just twisting all the words to mean different things, Hank.
That's
yes, you can technically ST prioritize. Yes, so this definition is technically wrong. Yes, Hank.
Then what am I using when I say instead of F5? What am I using? It isn't TI because peanuts aren't true and false. So
what do you even prioritize on a personal level, on an autonomous level? These are intersections, not
efficiency, not wasting time on nonsense and poppycock. That's why I'm prioritizing.
Yeah.
Saying I'm going to do a thing and actually doing it.
Yeah, that's not FI prioritizing.
But did you forget reality of the opposites for FI and TE or on the scale?
No.
Gifts differing. Did you forget about that?
No.
You just asked me what my definition for FI was, so I showed it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So
your
if I demonstrate TE, that because the reality of the opposites when gifts differing, FI's right behind there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hank, I think you have FI, but it's just lower, and that's not what you're using to make decisions primarily. You're using TE to make decisions.
Yeah, I usually use TE.
Yeah, I wonder though, because like everyone, even a TE DOM has FI. They still have you get down to it, they have their little secret likes and dislikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, are there any more questions?
Well, how about Annie? How would Annie answer her preferred food question?
Like for the rest of my life?
That's what Graves stipulated for the rest of your life.
Okay.
This criteria.
Well, I mean, I feel a little bit torn because, like, my heart would say, like, oh, sushi. I want sushi for the rest of my life. But realistically, I think I'd be healthier and happier and have more variety if it was just narrowed down to salad.
There you go.
Then you could have
yeah,
all kinds of salads. That is, a healthier thing. And I probably would get sick of sushi if I ate it every day.
Even predicting how you would feel about something in the future. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
A good alternative for like you had to like stick to it would be sandwiches. Didn't say a specific sandwich. You eat that forever.
That's true. Didn't say just bread and whatever other food I want.
Whatever. Just stick a slice of pizza in the middle.
Yeah, I mean,
it's whatever I say it is.
That's why I would say salads. Like if I changed my mind and decided I wanted to someday eat more carbs, then I could put beans in my salad, or I could put croutons or something. But mostly I know that I don't like to eat a lot of carbs. But I do like a lot of vegetables.
What about you, Hank? Chicken?
No. The way to win this game is
watermelon.
Is to pick a very diverse food thing, so you could eat whatever you want. So I would say a platter. So I can way down well, please, because a platter is just food on the thing.
Yeah, how about buffet? Can that be my favorite?
Yeah, that's my
food
favorite
for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's great because I don't the technique buffet.
Graves, your criteria are pretty open.
Russ gave me durian for Christmas.
What's that?
It's my favorite fruit.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, durian. Okay, I didn't know it was your favorite fruit.
I don't know what that is. I need to look that up.
It's a controversial fruit. It tastes like custard, but it smells like sulfur a little bit, and people don't like it because of the smell. It's kind of stinky, but I love it. It's just really creamy and delicious.
Oh yeah, you did tell us about this. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've
should
got a
get one
lot of that
those.
here. They've got a lot of those trees here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're dangerous. If it falls on your head, you could die.
Really?
Well,
Yeah, they're
most
heavy
fruits
and
kill you.
spiky. They kill
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
So
Every
do
year
apples
people
and
die
coconuts.
from durian.
I wonder what kills more people, durian or coconuts? Let's look
Imagine
that
getting
up.
killed by a spiky nutsack. That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's awful. Entire life led to this.
You reading, Hank?
Chatbot says something else. So the chatbot thinks coconuts has 150 per year and durian 6 per year, but this in 2012. So I had to do more research. That's not a good enough answer.
That's a lot of people to die from coconuts.
Yeah. So
Every
right
year.
now it thinks coconuts generally kill more people than durians, but I'm not satisfied with that. I had to do more research.
Well, when AI gets strong, there won't be many car accidents left. So what would be after car accidents?
Oh, Rocco's Basilisk, of course. Or death toll's gonna go through the roof.
What is going to die through the roof? What?
Death toll. The machine come alive and destroy all humans, lots of that stuff. So
Okay, well, let's say that's just science fiction and that doesn't happen.
probably
mean-
What if
more.
it does?
Like, I mean, just metabolic diseases,
Yeah.
Yeah, cancer.
you know,
Cancer then
Well,
I think
like-
heart disease is higher than cancer.
diabetes and heart disease. And yeah, I mean, the spike in ER visits at, Thanksgiving, Christmas is cardiac arrest
Right.
from eating a rich meal.
I just thought of something fucked up.
all right. Do you want to share with the class or not?
I've been playing this horrible game with the people on the server called $1 billion but, and so it's like you get $1 billion, but cancer becomes contagious.
Well,
Yeah, no, I think they spend many billions of dollars to get rid of that. But
But you get the $1 billion.
Yeah.
You just got to stay inside and avoid everyone. You'll be fine.
cancer sort of is contagious if you're talking about HPV.
yeah. There's that dog cancer too that's contagious.
What's that? You mean like loving poodles and buying more
No,
and
no,
more
there's
of them?
there's like a dog cancer that's contagious. What's it called?
Oh,
Let me find the name of it.
oh, is it like some common virus like parvo or something that causes cancer?
No, they did a DNA test on it, and it's actually it's actually a dog. Like it's an ancient tumor, basically, that goes on dogs.
Mhm.
Canine transmissible venereal tumor, CTVT or TVT.
Oh, gross.
Yeah,
Venereal.
it's contagious between dogs. It's technically a cancer, but it's also its own species.
Hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't develop from the dog.
You have to catch it. Yeah.
You have to catch it, yeah. So it was a dog at one point.
You want to hear another fucked up one?
All right, go for it.
$1 billion, but every time you spend the money, well, any money, not just the $1 billion, anytime you spend money, a starving kid in Africa gets sent to a supermarket, and right before he gets to the food, he gets teleported back home.
These are stupid because who would choose that? Like,
It's just so funny.
Yeah, it's just not real. It's not realistic.
yeah, I mean, nobody would. I mean, I don't. I wouldn't in either of those scenarios. I wouldn't choose the money. You know.
Well, if I have the money, I could fix the problem though. What if it's just like all the other warlords who just make the problem worse? But
They'll invent delivery groceries over there. Don't worry.
Imagine it works. You give the kid the food, and right before they reach it, they just teleport somewhere else. You never give them food. Terrible.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of funny.
It is funny. It's dark. It's funny. That was one I came up with like days ago. There's another one is $1 billion, but once a year you have to sit on a Spanish donkey for 5 hours.
That's not too
That's not
long.
so bad. Yeah, it's not so bad.
That's a short.
Do you even know what a
year.
Spanish donkey is? Because it's not an animal.
Oh, what is it?
It's a medieval torture device. It's basically
Oh.
a triangle, and they put weights on your feet and split you from the groin up.
No.
Yeah, probably not
It's called wooden horse.
Yeah, I'll pick the real Spanish donkey, not that one.
Yeah, screw that.
That's too bad. It's the medieval one. This is terrible.
Well, it's better than a cross.
I guess.
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
Better.
kill you. I mean, because you have to survive like 5 hours on it, but like it wouldn't be comfortable.
Or you could be a toad dick and turn it into a Spanish donkey Sibian.
Oh my god, make it worse.
Yes. make
It's
it
it's
worse.
like a mechanical bull, and it actually moves on.
Yeah. Then,
It's terrible.
yeah, we can improve on it.
Oh, that would hurt. That'd be awful. Yeah. I can't think of the other ones. I can only remember the ones I came up with. I'm sad because there were some funny ones other people came up with. I can't remember
It's
them.
too bad they don't write them down anywhere, right?
Yeah, they didn't write them down. We were just talking.
Too bad. Yeah.
And I should have wrote it down. I didn't think about writing it down. I was like, I'll remember this. Past me sucks, I guess.
Mhm.
It sucks to suck.
But I remember mine. I'm trying to remember the other ones I thought of, but those are the ones I remember: the Spanish donkey, the Africans, that's it.
Oh,
the other
here's the one you probably heard before. $1 billion, but you're on the Epstein list.
Yeah, that was one of the ones somebody else came up with.
I mean, those fellows on that list seem to be doing okay.
Exactly.
They have money. They can avoid it. They can avoid any consequences. We don't have money.
You'd have
Well,
$1 billion.
don't speak for me.
Oh
Yeah.
well, you're right. Actually, you would be so safe.
It's in the
You get the
description,
disease, but
Landry.
you also get a cure.
It's in the description, Landry. And you know, I'll go ahead and repost the link just for you. You're a nice guy, so I would say force you to go all the way to the description. I'll post the link again, and I'll pin it too, so you don't get lost.
It's not
Oh,
patronizing at all.
I thought of a fun one. So one of the other ones I came up with was you get $1 billion, but instead of having to drink water to survive, to stay hydrated, your body has to consume salt. And just salt.
And then you would die. That's stupid.
No,
No, you
change
don't
the
die.
rules.
You survive off of salt instead of water.
Is it
So what would
molten
you-
salt?
What
like
would you
the
do at the scene? Yeah.
reactors?
I guess you'd be fine.
I thought of a personal one. I get $1 billion, but I'm not allowed to craft ever again.
Ooh.
And I
Are you
would say
allowed to-
no.
Are you allowed to get other
Oh.
people to craft on your behalf? I'm sure that would work.
Yeah, you could.
That's not fun for me.
Yeah, of course. Of course it's not fun for her.
No, because Russ and I, we were talking about this the other day, like how really rich people can get bored, because like they can have anything they want all the time. But like for me, it's just craft supplies. Like I could have any yarn I want, even really
Yeah.
expensive yarn. Then there's still problem solving. I'm not bored because I still am I have the challenge of making the things and improving. I just can afford any supplies I want. So I
Yes.
can't imagine that I would be a bored billionaire. I can't imagine being bored.
Yeah, you could acquire illegal whale hair and make yarn out of that.
Which billionaires are bored? Is that really a thing?
Yeah, yeah, that they get, just bored because the challenge is gone. Because they can
Really?
have anything they want. They can get anything they want.
Can they?
All the billionaires I know of are working their asses off.
Yeah, I work more than I
I
do.
don't know any billionaires, but those ones I know on Forbes and all that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or maybe
the
like the
millionaires.
child of a billionaire or something.
Yeah, millionaires get bored because their business has to be boring to be successful for some reason.
Wow.
Or if you won the lottery, yeah, some people might get bored.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot
Yeah,
of
you
people
get
lose their
those.
money because
You get those dopamine hits from buying all the things, and then you sort of like have a lot of stuff, and you don't really know what you want next. And
And a lot of old people don't retire; they just keep working.
yeah, the healthiest people I know.
Yeah,
I mean, I have a client. He is retired, but he doesn't stop working. He's
yeah.
working on his cars, and he's the friendly neighbor that's always helping people. Like we had all these storms and trees were down, and he cut all of the wood from the down tree to the right size for my stove and cured it for me for over a year and brought it to me.
Well,
And he's always doing stuff like he mows his lawn. And so he just mows the other two neighbors, like the single mom. He goes over and mows her lawn because he's already got all his equipment out.
sounds like a cool guy. Yeah,
He's really cool.
yeah.
I have another $1 billion. I remembered another one. It's centered around ops, so it's $1 billion, but you have to spend the whole year doing only your last animal.
No.
Don't want to do play.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
I
only
could
play.
do SI, but I don't want to do play. I mean, I could do some more, but just couldn't do it like all the time every day.
Oh. If you were a blast last, you get so much done though. For some people, it'd be a boon.
Mm.
is that even a possible thing in their system?
It's a hypothetical we're talking about. They don't want to do their last animal, so now we're forcing them to.
But you said only your last animal. Is that even possible in that system? Hypothetically,
I mean, it's a hypothetical. Don't get lost in it. Don't get lost in specifics.
okay, you don't know. Okay,
Well, I mean, they have people that are stuck in solitary confinement for a year, and that's kind of like doing your last animal.
Mm-hmm.
So sleep last in solitary. Fuck. That would be awful.
Even sleep first in solitary confinement is awful. But yeah, they would handle it better probably. But still,
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we watched that show, I don't know what it's called. They drop them off in the wilderness, and it's called Alone. And they survive alone, and it's like a 90-day experiment in crazy places like tundra, and you can see the people crack. They're really high play people.
right?
They can't handle it, and the ones that are really like comfortable with solitude last a lot longer.
At least you're out in nature and you're doing
Yeah.
stuff as well to struggle. But
And
like,
they do a lot of them. They do all this Wilson stuff. You know how like Tom Hanks that volleyball friend, you know.
Yeah,
They do all that kind of stuff. You know,
that's crazy.
imaginary relationships with inanimate objects.
I feel like I would survive pretty well on my own. It'd be fine.
I'll bet against that.
Do what?
I'll bet against that. That sounds like easy money.
Yeah, you'll kill all your goats. You won't have milk.
Fuck them. I mean, I could be fine all alone. Well, I'm trying to. Just don't think. Just survive. I'll be fine.
I'm gonna double down. I bet against that.
I would survive without the people, but then I wouldn't. I would die because I probably couldn't survive, or like I wouldn't survive like the physical nature.
Yeah, I would survive the solitude, but then I would be like, I'm uncomfortable. My socks are wet. And I'd have to come home.
I'd be like, how do I make a fire? Dies.
There's like studies where animals that are left alone lose brain cells and turn feral and antisocial, stuff like that.
Not me. I'm special. That's how. Lost my mind. Anyway. It's also interesting interacting with people that have been typed, and like, you know, like you have like the different you have like douches or like the crackheads or whatever, skibbies and mopes. I cannot stand crackheads. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Stop yapping.
Oh, like Tommy, for example.
I can stand them, just not being married to one, I guess.
I'd blow my brains out.
They're fun to poke at, so I could stand them.
No, they're cool. They're cool people. They're really connected. They're good to hang around. They liven things up, but
for a limited amount of it depends on your part. If you're like another crackhead or you're another like play somebody, you're gonna be like, duh. But if you're like me, I'm like, no, I can't stand that for long. Like, it's just like, do you breathe? Do you stop, please? Oh my god, the funniest thing though happened. It was yap for 2 hours straight. Somebody would butt in, maybe say 2 sentences, and there was a slight pause between the sentence. That the yapper tried to yap and then went, "Oh my god, can I get a word in?" Yap.
Yeah, I'm very good at talking over them. I did community organizing with the writers when I was a teenager, so I'm very good at talking over them.
I'm not good at talking over anybody. So
and usually those yappers don't have a lot of stamina. They have a fragile ego. So they're very easy to dominate as well.
Oh.
I don't think he found the link, Hank.
I went and PM'd it to him on Discord. So if you can't find the link now, then it's a PCAP problem.
It's his fault.
Yes, if you can't find it now, it's your fault, Landry. I PM'd it to you on Discord. Log in and look for it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I thought about it. My videos could be used as like a spy system where like you can give them a number and then click on the SteamYard link in the description and then go for a spy meeting.
Yeah, it's easy. So all you need to do is set up a StreamYard but don't broadcast.
Well, the StreamYard's still active. You can go back to any of our old streams, click on the StreamYard and it's still active.
Yeah, they're still active.
Yeah.
Or you just make another one, but if we don't broadcast, then you just have a stage with no one viewing it.
Right, but you need the person who has access to it to like add people to the stream.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or you can use Skype. It's probably easier.
Yeah,
No.
but I don't have a Skype link in every single one of my
Skype.
videos. You know what I mean?
Who uses
Yeah.
Skype anymore? That's ancient. I'm not. Why would you mention Skype?
Do you even know what Skype is?
It
Yes,
still works.
I used it.
You had Skype? Yeah, you had Skype?
Yeah, like the ancient times when dinosaurs still walked the earth.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
still maintained. If it's software maintained, it's
Still
still good.
maintained,
in
but
my
like
book.
nobody uses it. You move on. Everyone went to Discord. You like Discord killed both Skype and TeamSpeak. That's
No,
what
just
most people
TeamSpeak.
use.
People still use Skype. They usually
They
like to be on
use it, but
LinkedIn.
they're just outdated. They're just all the OIs who are just like, meh. Don't wanna move.
No, that's your opinion, man.
No, it's a fact. It's obviously.
Now that you do Zoom, and then after Zoom, they don't do that anymore. I don't know if
Yeah.
people do now.
Wait, Skype is discontinued. Oh yeah, Skype is discontinued. Who cares? You're right. I was actually wrong. I was thinking about Zoom, but people don't use that either, really.
No.
Yeah. They do Google Teams a lot or whatever.
But not Google Groups because that's discontinued.
Is it? Sorry, not Google Teams. Microsoft Teams.
Microsoft Teams, yes.
Yeah, they do that.
Google has something. What the hell was it called? Because it's not Groups because that's discontinued. Yeah, Google Meetings. Yes, Google Meet. That's the thing that exists now.
That existed a long time ago. But no one really used it much. You could access it though, like through your email. I can just call you through my email on
Yep.
Meet, and you'll get this weird ringing sound. You're like, "What? Someone's calling me, or what? This program I didn't even know I had." Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Except I'm using Thunderbird, so I won't hear the ring because I'm not on the right site to be hear the ring. You know, I want to know Russ's business model. Does he advertise at all?
Word of
It's
mouth.
interesting. So I like to compare him to a friend of ours. So Russ, he does handyman work. I made him business cards many years ago, and he said, "Oh yeah, those look cool. Please don't hand them out." And he doesn't. He just doesn't advertise. It's all word of mouth, and he takes on as much as he can like reasonably handle. So all his clients are satisfied. But we have this friend who's a contractor, and he's just in over his head because he's got like 3 employees. And so that means he's got to keep those employees busy. And so he takes on more jobs than he can handle. And all of his clients are dissatisfied. You know, he'll take on another one, and he's not finished with the work. So the job is delayed, clients are dissatisfied, where Russ just doesn't even try. He's just like dialed in, you know, to a certain neighborhood, and they have parties, like say a Christmas party, and they'll say, "Oh, I love your kitchen remodel. Who did that?" And they'll say, "Oh, this great guy, Russ, you know, would you like his number?" And then Russ will very reasonably fit in the jobs that he actually has the capacity and the time to do, you know, on a specific timeline. So yeah, that's how it works for him. Just word of mouth.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So
And everyone's happy, and he saves the money. We have this local place called Bring, where like you can get like an old door or, you know, an old fixture thing. And so if something needs fixing, he'll say, "Oh, I'll look around. I think I can get this cheaper. We might not need to buy a new one." And then, you know, he goes and buys it for like $5 and then saves his clients a whole bunch of money, and then they're happy, and then they end up, you know, tipping him. He got a whole bunch of Christmas tips, you know, people giving him like $200 here and there because they're so happy with him.
It's pretty cool.
sustainable
Yeah.
business model with low overhead.
Yeah, it's because he's not trying to do a business model. He's not trying to be, you know, bigger. than he is, with like a bunch of employees that he has to support and like responsibilities that he can't really follow through with.
Yeah, sounds very not number 2.
I think he's 4.
Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
And that's not Hank. Hank still doesn't get
Right.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds good because I mean it's someone on the panel that says, "Oh, it's bad," and trying to call all my client list. Well, who are they? I won't tell. But
Yeah.
so what happens next? Nothing.
Yeah, you're a business guy, Hank. You wanna start a business. You just don't have one yet. Which
No,
you
I
won't.
started when I just had mothballs because of government regulations.
What are you selling?
Freaking backups. I get backups.
Computers? Building computers?
No, because I can't compete with China now. I can't get the damn.
No, but I mean like building. I mean by combining them together, the parts together.
No, you know the thing that you never do that will make it so that if something went wrong in your computer, you can get all your files back. That thing called a backup.
Yeah, backup.
Yes,
Okay.
probably to the cloud.
Yeah, that's actually a good product. Yeah.
And people need that in 20 years if they care
Yeah,
about their
100%.
files.
That's right. And Google charges money every year for your backup.
Yeah. But most people don't
All
even
your
know how to
pictures,
do it
stuff like
or to validate that the things are actually backed up. So I'll do that part. Or if you don't want Google to see what's in there, well, I know how to stop that from happening too. Because Google every once in a while say, "Well, I don't like that file. We're going to take it and delete it or report you to the police." So I can know how to work around that too.
Do you have a backup server, Hank?
So yeah, I have an on-prem thing, but I don't want to. I would really need a SAN, and I don't really want to hold up the infrastructure. So I'm not going to use my backup server because it's just not scalable. It's not. I don't have the way to scale that. So what I do is I would have to test all the providers I know about, and probably arbitrage.
And how are you going to market?
Probably signs locally, maybe a gas
Signs?
station. Yeah, signs.
In the bag, dude. Look, that's my whole fucking problem. Hey, what's up, dude?
How's it going,
Yeah.
Ronnie?
Hey, I had to. Oh shit! There's a big food truck that says Hank's something. So I felt like it was like a synchronizing moment.
Show
Nice.
me the truck, unless you
I
don't.
will. I will, Hank. You know I will. We're walking to it, right? We got the whole team right now. We got the crew. We got the tripod.
How you doing?
We're actually on the land with Paul.
How are your holidays?
Good. How are yours?
Good.
I mean, I don't really like holidays that much. You know, not a big fan.
I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan either, especially just too much work around the holidays.
Yeah, it kind of bums me out. You know, like I just don't really celebrate.
truck.
Here we go. Here's the truck. It's just so crazy, dude. I was like,
$8 an hour parking. Oh my, that is
FM.
crazy.
Real country. So if we do a scene here, what should it be about?
Thinking the parking's too damn high. Brookline, I can park, I think $1 an hour.
$1 an hour? This might be good.
Yeah.
If you could get me all the way over here. Like
Yeah.
the phone, see my the camera guy.
And there's
Yeah,
actually people
go.
in Brookline. I like in Dallas. So
Yeah, we're actually in Fort Worth today. But
Fort Worth. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's probably why it's so expensive.
yeah, where are you at, people? You guys
Well,
with Truth the Crop?
Truth or
I noticed the guy. He kind of looks like Truth or Crap.
Interesting.
You don't think so?
Did Truth or Crap answered my query on your show yesterday? I don't believe he did. I asked him why did Tommy lose his channel, and I didn't hear Truth or Crap's answer. So if you see him again, ask him why Tommy lost his channel. I can tell you why. I'll tell you why for reference, so you can put in your answer key. Tommy couldn't stop posting gay porn on his YouTube. Yes, Tommy couldn't stop posting gay porn on his YouTube, and he keep following his daddy Snafu Snaps, who instead of actually losing his channel, he actually hit them after he got 2 strikes. So
that's interesting. You might be one of the P bombers, huh, Hank? Now that I think about it, it does seem like your style.
I don't share my my P, so
thank God, dude.
Yeah, I don't share it.
All right. Well,
we received it on this show before, but what we did was just blur it out and let everything else fly. We didn't really acknowledge it when it happened, and we didn't. So no one reported us. Then we blurred it out after the fact. Now no one can do anything about us.
All right, fair enough. Well, let me say this. I got to run, man. I just want to show you the Hank sign, but you're here, right? You're in the shot. The cameraman's got me in the frame. At least your audio's in the shot. What do you have to say today for the world? Everyone's gonna hear it. 40 people.
Back up your stuff, or you're gonna lose it.
Back it up. Back it up. Right, Hank.
And that was Landry from Modern Man Lost Again. Modern Man Lost Again.
Yeah, you had an opportunity to speak to the entire world, Hank, and you said, back up your stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a very important message. I agree. Nothing to do with SI.
Well, SI people don't take in consideration that they can lose their stuff. It's always gonna be there. And oops, it's gone.
I think everybody has to take that in consideration, Hank.
Oop, it's gone. I should have done something about it beforehand. Did it more TE.
Okay. Sounds like SI to me.
Okay, we could read your definition of SI. Let's see if you still agree with yourself. So, SI, introverted sensing, organizing sensory, introverted externalizing, consistency, identification, explicit, experiential, sensory, combining, formulating, framework, exacting, preferences, implementing, catering.
Yeah, you have to know what each one of those. So each one of those words has their own definition in this document. So you have to know what all of those words mean.
Oh, okay. I guess we gotta go read all of those too.
That's right.
Description, the responsibility to discover, assign, and create associated meaning and consistency to the physical world. Its impressions and effects to create and retain reliable and comfortable systems and habits for daily physical life.
Anyways, that's what all of the SI people told me. That's where the description came from. Every one of those descriptions, it wasn't me that wrote them. I was consolidating what other SI users were saying, going back and forth between them.
Let's contrast with SE. So gathering sensory, extrovert, internalizing variance, identification, explicit, experiential, sensory, synergizing, generalizing, vision, scope, empirical, circumstances.
Again, all those things you have to go look at what they all mean. Yes. You can stop and ask what they mean, but yeah.
Nope. Let's read the description now. The responsibility to have clarity and lucidity on objective physical reality and present circumstances, see them for what they are and know how to affect them in return. So I would still say backing up sounds more SE than SI.
No.
Because SI, you just assume stuff just gonna work the way it is. You're not gonna plan for it to stop working.
I would ask Flow State on that one. because he's my default SE per character. He's got strong SE. He helped me with the definition of this SE too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he
SE, I
has
went back and forth.
so we can go based on how he acts. So he broadcasts his shows to multiple sites as a backup. There you go. There's your argument. So he backs up. Low bounce style backup for certain.
Hank, you like debating, you like arguing, I can tell.
I'm good at it.
Only problem though is if you're arguing against the truth, then you're not helping us get to truth.
Truth is just a feeling.
That's right. But it's still.
Well, gets us moving around. That's better than nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's important to question everything. I agree. But also, in a troll way, is the kind of way you do it. It's good too. But yeah, like if you always question everything, then you're never really getting anywhere.
Oh, Russ is going.
Oh,
I have to go next door to be
All right.
with Hazel.
all right. Have a good one, Annie. Thanks for coming.
No, I'm not leaving. I'm just
Oh,
muting and moving next door.
Migrating. But yeah, I'm so good at debating. I've been banned from every atheist subreddit.
I'm sure that's why they banned you, Hank. It's because you're so good.
Yeah, they only keep the people who are bad at debating because they want to feel good about themselves. There's a reason Tom Rabbit covers Darth Dawkins rather than Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson makes arguments that are hard for them to counter. But Darth Dawkins is easy because he's just a ball of rage.
You might have TI, Hank.
And you might have a upside down system.
Maybe. It's possible too.
Should we read TI? No, we already did that, didn't we?
TITE? No.
We probably already did that. But no, we didn't. All right. TI, let's skip the description. The responsibility to filter out falsehood, examine axioms and frameworks, discover and resolve contradictions, and align oneself with truth. That's not me because the truth is just a feeling. So we'll go TE.
And you don't have those. Yes.
Yeah. No, I just say I have feelings.
Yeah, you define truth according to your truth, that truth is just a feeling. So therefore, that's what truth is, according to your truth.
No, it's not going to my truth, it's going to the facts.
It is.
Because we have the subjective, then the insubjective, then allegedly there's the objective out there.
Okay, you're right.
We don't really have access to it because we had to go to the subjective. So we gotta assume the objective is there somewhere if we want to. So let's go. Let's read the description for TE. The responsibility for objective functional success within the defined parameters of a specified and the desired outcome. So that's context dependent. So yeah, so TE is always context dependent, and TI depending on truth.
Yeah.
But you
So
don't
not
know,
TI then, eh? TE.
absolutely T.
Yeah. All right. Gave it a shot.
So even by your definition, I'm going with T because I'm skeptical of truth.
Yeah, I gave it a shot.
Yeah. Annie, do you think truth is context dependent?
Probably.
I don't. I don't think that way. I think the conclusion that one would come to would be context dependent, but like, how do you define truth?
Oh, truth is just a feeling.
Yeah, that's not
I
how
mean,
you. Yeah, don't worry.
I think there are many answers depending on context, but
Yes. So
if
context dependent.
truth is something more singular than an ultimate whatever, then
Yes.
that's not the definition. So
Right.
yeah.
But there's your
Yes,
TI.
that's very honest. That's very true. That's very true from how she sees the world.
Well, there's your TI.
Yeah.
What?
What she just said.
That's TI? No, not at all. That's
Mm-mm.
consensus.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Is it consensus just because you both agree?
No, it's a form of it's the NT that Delta Quadra uses. They look at consensus a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But two people agree
Context
is not
dependent.
necessarily consensus. It's not,
Yeah, I just don't. It's truth is one of those words. It's like you got to be talking about something really, really specific. Like, what's one true thing?
I think that's the point of truth. Like, there's nothing that's true, but there's things that get closer to it.
and what is it? So in natural numbers, 1 plus 2 equals 3.
Right. 1 plus 2 equals 3 is a truth. Sure.
In natural
Very
numbers,
basic.
that's a true
Yeah.
statement in natural numbers.
Yep. Like there's truth in evolution, right? Would you agree with that, Hank?
I would say evolution is a model that's been validated, but proof in evolution, I don't know what that means.
But there's truth in it based on our psychology too, on all of the influences we have. We have the lizard brain, emotions.
You can make the several predictions from the theory of evolution, yes. And many of those sets have been verified.
Yeah, but we have a lot of evolutionary influences. A lot for the good, for survival, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah. So that's what happens when you start taking like a few truths and combining them and seeing what's deeper on those truths is you can sort of go further and be like, okay, what happens if we combine evolution with psychology? That's an interesting
Eugenics, and that's a mess.
Yeah, no, not really. Just evolutionary psychology.
You can't combine evolution with psychology, you get eugenics solved.
No, it's a look at university, they teach it. There's courses on it. Yeah.
I used to watch Cats. I haven't been watching it recently, so.
Yeah, so that's kind of thing where you can get like two things that are independently sort of true on their own, right? Evolution and you get psychology. Both of those things are kind of true. And then if you start combining them, you're like, okay, yeah, you're combining two truths. It's like definitely something here too. Yeah.
Yeah, you get gnat socks falling out of it for some reason.
But yeah, reality is truth as well. You can, but like reality, no one really knows what that is. We don't have reality. All we have is information about reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we literally have information about reality. We could be in the matrix, so we're getting information about. I guess by definition, it has to be reality. I guess here's the thing: I define reality because the senses. So I have a freaking circular definition, anyways. So it's probably not. I shouldn't even respond. I have a circular definition of reality.
That's good. That's good to figure out. Yeah, I'm glad you figured that one out.
Well, I already knew that before I even
Did
got
you?
here today. Yes, I already knew that.
So you're not allowed to do that, though. You're not allowed to have a circular definition of anything.
No, I'm allowed to do that. It's just I acknowledge that circular.
Ah. Okay.
And yeah, I saw the rest of Chris's video on collectathons. We both like the Battle for Bikini Bottom. He replied to my post. What? I was probably playing on the GameCube. I know we don't have it anymore.
This is the game you're playing now? Battle of Bikini Bottom?
No, that's a game that's part of his video we both liked. I think I had on the GameCube because I know we don't have the game anymore.
Oh, to Chris. Oh yeah, Chris, he wanted to tell you. You wrote under his video?
Yeah, I posted on his video and he already responded.
Nice. Yeah, his YouTube video didn't include that, so yeah, too bad.
Yeah, it's too bad the collectathon thing wasn't as
You need to make a collectathon response video.
revolutionary as the Skyrim video. It wasn't as popular.
He should have consulted you before making the collectathon.
He did consult me.
So why didn't you tell him?
What did you want me to tell him? I mean, he did absolutely consult me. He did it on this show.
Yeah, and did you tell him about Bikini Bottom back then?
I think I did.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I don't remember.
Well, you should check that. Yeah, if you told him about that, then yes, you should complain. But if you didn't tell him, it's on you.
All right.
All right.
So what difference does it make?
Well, it makes a big difference. If you told him, then you have a lot of ammunition now. You'd be like, I told you to use Bikini Bottom.
It's probably one of your dad jokes. I'm gonna disregard.
Oh, here, look, he remembers. No, it's not a dad joke. Sonic.
I think he did, didn't he?
No, yes, he discounted Sonic. Sonic's you don't need to collect. It's not a collectathon. You were wrong about Sonic. Yeah.
Yes, he did use Bikini Bomb.
All right.
But yeah, Sonic's not really collectible because you only collect 2 things.
You don't use them to unlock something though.
Well, yeah, he did. Pretty much after, it's not regular unlocks because usually if you collect all the chaos, some of you unlock a special stage, but that's not regular unlocking.
Okay, I don't know those games enough then. Sorry.
Yeah. But
There's some guy cutting wood next door.
It's Jay.
Let's see.
if
Jay, you
wants
keep
more
changing your
drama,
name, man,
get
but
your ass
I
up
keep
here.
recognizing you. I know it's Jay.
Get your ass up here if you want more drama, bud. That's how you get it. You get your ass up here.
So all of a sudden, after like a decade, my landlord is next door at the main
Nice.
house doing stuff. Russ just told me, and I'm like, he seems pretty last. Weird he didn't say he was coming. or like he's not saying hi to us, you know, he's like working on the deck next door. But I don't know, it makes Russ and I both nervous because there's a lot of he could sell that property at any time, and then my life would completely change because I don't have anywhere to be, you know. I don't know. I want to know why he's here.
Why? Who's here?
The landlord next door,
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
we've had this situation for so long, and like if he wants to sell that house, then like all of my possessions are in my office. They don't fit here where I live with Russ.
Right.
So I would have to get a job, but also either live like very austere, like no possessions, no, you know, no crafts, no sewing, no guitars, or I would have to like get a place somewhere, you know.
Right.
So I don't know, it just makes me nervous. I think it's he came and
You couldn't store
obviously
them?
he
You couldn't like store them very compact somewhere?
well, so I would have to pay rent for a storage unit, and then I'd be paying but not able to use any of my stuff, you know?
Or I mean, like, not. What about at Russ's place? You couldn't build a shed
No,
or something to store it.
no, it just won't work. I mean, when
In a
I
shed?
first, it just won't work. I don't
Yeah.
want to keep my guitars in a shed. And like, I remember for a while I lived here with him and didn't have that office next door. And I had my clothes in bins outside. And I was very, very careful. But like, this is Oregon. My clothes got moldy, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
I can't live like that. You know, I'm a grown up. I don't want to live like that. So I don't know. I wish he had. I just think it's weird he didn't text me or Russ and say, "Hey, I'm coming. You know, I'm gonna be in town." I don't
yeah,
know. It's probably nothing, but I always feel like there's this axe hanging over my head. You know, like everything is, you know, perfectly balanced, and if one thing changes, then it changes my life a whole bunch. So
yeah.
Is that SI?
No, that's any. That's a lot of
yeah,
any. Yeah.
yeah, and big fear, big anxiety.
It's also Demon SI because yeah, the changes in the balance of
Hmm.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's been the same. I've been living like this for, you know,
Right.
17 years
Yeah.
and very stressful because it takes money to it's just such a sweet situation. I pay $400 a month over there, you know, and
Right.
it's like it gets me an office and a place to keep all my stuff and hang out and, you know, do crafts and things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to find that situation at that price anywhere, you know, around here. So
Is that Jay?
No, I don't know who that is, but we could say hi.
No, that's
What's up? Welcome.
speak, or I'll put the overlay on. Come on. Come on.
Hello, hello.
What's up? What's up?
Sorry, technical difficulties. Yes, this is Jay, the INFP, I think.
That's a different J then. All right. Because this is a J here.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I queried if I could join your next live.
Oh,
when I
right.
was
You wrote
available.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, you wrote it over the last one. Yeah, welcome, buddy.
Yeah, so I am a little bit shy because I feel like I'm invading your cozy nest in a way. It's
No,
like the
you're just an
outsider.
IP. You're shy because you're an IP. It's okay. You're good. You're welcome.
Maybe. Yeah, so whatever you guys are talking about, I'm happy to join in and add my 2 cents. I have I've been into the community for over 10 years. I'd say I have
What
my
community?
own typology,
Typology in
a
general.
little bit, yeah, a little bit of Enneagram, MBTI mostly, um, and Reddit forums.
And OP
And
too.
I ended up, no, OP,
No.
I think that the fundamentals are off. So I see it as it's kind of like they try to categorize people into types without doing the groundwork to make sure the theory was consistent. And
Yeah, I
so
agree.
as a result, I can't accept it. I feel like you got to start at the basis, solid foundation, then branch off, and then the mistakes that come later, which inevitably will be way easier to manage and maintain. And you can already see inconsistencies in the way that people are being typed. So, for example, I don't think jumper types make any sense. I think that's completely inconsistent. I think there is a symmetry to the way that everything works. So, if you could say there's, are you familiar with Beeb's work on the spine and the arm?
Actually,
No.
vaguely,
From
yes. I don't. I had to reread it, but I think I have. Go ahead and give us a summary.
Okay, so there is like the ego function, you could loosely call it the I self, and then there is the world function. And within the ego, the kind of self and the world, there is a conscious and there's an unconscious, and they're in an axis, and this is stuff we all know, right?
Yeah, reality opposites.
Yeah, and the stuff that we want to proliferate in consciousness is stuff that serves our ego and stuff that we like, and the stuff, yeah, okay, you know where that's going. So I think that for every single person, for them to be one, self-aware and be aware of the world, both of those things would have to operate in a conscious aspect, and they'd both be because if you accept them in consciousness, by definition, they can't be demons, because demons you're trying to push out. So I would say, like, for every type, the first two would be a savior, and all the ones that are, because it doesn't make sense for like somebody who's introvert to then have their world function also be introverted, because they wouldn't be engaging with the external world at all.
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree. And another thing with OPS that annoys me is that they have so many freaking types, but they can't dereference examples for all the types they initialize, and it's very annoying.
Yeah, I guess I have a different picture of cognition. So cognition, first of all, there's no inner world or outer world. That has nothing to do. Everything's inner world cognition. There's no such thing as outer world. And cognition is just trying to process. Yeah, cognition is just really trying to process information. It's trying to, metabolize it and structure it and organize the world and all that stuff, right?
But here's the example of our cognition. My background,
will.
it's a room. I organized it. There you go. Cognition, outer world cognition.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you're exerting your cognition. It's because you have sensory. Sensory is part of your cognition, and the way you control the sensory of your cognition is you organize your room and then you change the cognition.
So I would say the reason why you think it's all inner is actually a TI bias.
What?
You saying cognition is all internal? That's a TI bias. It's like
no, it's true. Cognition is all internal. There's no such thing as external. Everything's happening in your mind.
So those hats are in my mind. Those hats are.
It's a world of wills and representations.
But the image of the hats are in my mind, but the hats themselves are not in my mind.
You don't actually see There's no hats there. There's no molecules there. There's no quanta there. What's there? You want to talk about reality?
Those
What's
are
actually
objects
there?
right in front of me.
We have no clue.
Well, right in front of me,
But
right behind me.
What we do know 100% is that the hat that you see there is a representation created by cognition. It's not what's actually there.
Then what's actually there?
Yellow is yellow actually there? There's no yellow there. Where's yellow created?
But is there if those aren't hats?
It's just a different frequency of light. Yellow. There's just different frequencies and frequency mixes. And our
I'm
eyes
not
are
gonna-
picking them up.
Hank,
Sensories.
I know exactly where you're coming from, but this is TI bias. So it's exactly what I just said. It is you choosing the TI as a consciousness and trying to push out the external and relegate it to the unconscious because it serves your ego. So you're almost trying to eliminate it, say it doesn't exist. And this is also what sensors do with the intuitive side. They say, "Oh, that's imaginary," and
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. You're straw manning me. Yeah, that's
No,
not
no,
at all what I'm saying. Yeah, you
Oh.
complete misrepresenting what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go
no
ahead.
worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying cognition is the outer world that you see is representations. It's in our cognition.
No, it's not. It's something different. It's something.
There,
It's-
I believe there is something actually out there. I believe that. I know that. Okay.
Right.
There's something beyond me. Okay. I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is cognition itself has nothing to do with that. Cognition is a world that's creating itself for us, for our consciousness.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I
okay.
see. I see.
Yeah,
I see where you're going with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I still couldn't.
Yeah.
But I can see where you're going with that.
I can
Right.
grant that. Intermediary the sensory. So yeah, I can grant that.
And so cells also have cognition. They also have chemical representations that they create. And they navigate the world through chemical representations. And they're incredibly intelligent agent. Like the stuff they're doing with cells is incredible. They're very adaptive. They serve all kinds of different functions and purposes. They communicate using electrochemicals. Incredible stuff that cells are doing. And it's all cognition.
So I couldn't grant that because I still see this external force which is influencing the way that we make these internal representations in the first place, which is why I see it as both. I don't see it as.
There's a few distinctions you can make, and so like external, internal is this distinction you can try and make, and yeah, that's like it's perception, right? It's part of your perception, the external, internal, right?
Yeah.
So there's other distinctions you can make in cognition, and so extroverted, introverted is not external, internal. It's not the same thing, and input, output is not consume or blast. Like those are not the same thing. Cognition works according to its own rules. And so you have external and internal in all parts of your cognition, like the way you're perceiving it and that perception, right? But it has nothing to do with introverted, extroverted.
I would just have to say I disagree politely.
Yeah.
Because I think I know.
So how
what
could
you're
you
trying
have
to.
here's the contradiction then. So how could you have extroverted sensory or introverted sensory? Isn't sensory just external?
No, it's not.
Okay. So then what is it?
So sensory is our relation. Okay, that's me with my SI. I was already going to say, but I'd say sensory is just like the physical, and the way that the physical can be represented is as something external to us, which we're all interfacing with, and we often conflate that as default reality when it's not, or something internal, an internal representational relationship to physicality. But the external then becomes more nebulous. The tactile aspect is seen to come internally.
Okay, and where is it? Where is all of this aspect and tactile and all this stuff? Where is it happening?
Internally.
Okay, but for everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to some degree, yeah.
So you just said it happens internally for everybody. That's what cognition does.
But
Cognition is
also externally for everybody. It's both.
What, cognition is external? How is it external?
Because there's also this external aspect which we're interfacing with, which then influences how the internal is formed.
Yeah, there's
as well.
You're getting information from the environment. Like that's what we do, right? That's sensory.
But could you not
Then we
say,
also
see that? Could you not say that's external cognition as well? because it's the same process but just happening the other way around.
Yeah, but it's not my process. The external cognition is happening without me.
You could see it as both. You could see, because you could see the way that we perceive the external world to be. We're able to change and influence the external world as much as it's able to change and influence us. So
Sure.
we are
There's
both
so much more of the external world that we can never perceive. That's not within our realm or framework of perception.
with the internal world as well.
Also, sure.
So I can see where you're going with that, but yeah,
Also, to some degree, there's nothing internal. We're all part of we are the external world.
You think that we are the external world?
Of course we are. The external world is us and we are it. There's no separation, really.
So now here's the problem. I would say that's FE, because I would disagree with that in terms of like a human subjective level, like an emotional.
In terms of an objective reality level, we are. There's no difference between us and the external world. The sun, the stars, everything. We're all the same stuff. We're all part of the same.
No, I disagree.
No difference.
I disagree with that too, because to me this is FE manifesting itself, because I see clear internal distinction between everybody, which isn't represented. We are not the stars. We are not dust. There's something separate that exists.
There is something separate. Yeah, it's an illusion. It's the separation is an illusion. But yes, there is a separation. I agree.
No, I don't. So, again, this is what that I don't think the separation is an illusion. I think we are actually distinct, and this is why I'm saying I think this is your FE now, because I don't think that.
Okay. Just because we think different things doesn't mean it's our functions, by the way. We could just have different TIs.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I did say that I'd have ideas that might challenge. So it's respectfully. Like, I enjoy this. I like having somebody challenge the way that I view things, because also it gives me perspective into how you see and understand things, which helps me kind of.
Yeah, you mirror. You need a mirror.
Yeah.
You have no idea what your face looks like without a mirror.
Yeah. Well,
that's what cognition is doing too, right? Like, because our exchange right now is cognitive exchange. We're exchanging cognition. We're exchanging information. And my process, my cognitive process, and your cognitive process are different processes. And that exchange is exchanging this information based on how our cognition is representing the world and functioning in the world with its wills. And those two levels are really the most, like, I didn't come up with those. Those are Schopenhauer, right? The world is wills and representations. But then that got evolved and that got changed to judging and perception. Because, perception, it's representations. It's intuitive representations or it's sensory representations. And wills is basically decisions. Extroverted decisions or introverted decisions. But it doesn't mean external or internal. It means it's a cognitive distinction that combines to form our consciousness.
Because I'll say naturally what you're saying are things that I'll generally, I would innately agree with, especially being an IP. But the reason why I struggle to accept it is because, again, it's like if I'm truly supposed to understand the full scope of how people are outside of me, then I have to accept what could exist outside of the way that my ego likes to metabolize information. And even if it's something that is not really the way I like to think or the way I like to process things, I accept it and then challenge it and test it. And I think typically what I would notice about demons as well, maybe you can speak to this as well, is we quite literally do see them in the world as demons, as something trying to eliminate our consciousness. So it's like what
We don't have
call,
to.
like a narcissist.
We don't have to.
or-
Some people do. Like some people do. You see them different ways. All the demons, yeah.
Yeah. No. Can you elaborate on that actually?
Well, I think it's also based on your maturity level, right? Like if you see your demons as demons, then it's a different maturity level than seeing them as a challenge that needs to be overcome.
Mm.
Even in the hero's journey, right? You got the hero's journey, you got the dragon before it's defeated, and the dragon after it's defeated. Once the hero's defeated a dragon, it's not really, it's something that you still don't want to do. You still don't want to go out and kill dragons all the time, but you've done it.
Yeah.
It's yours, yeah. And
so I think I would say that killing the dragon is about challenging things so that your ego can get to an acceptable level of where you want to be. But it doesn't mean that it's almost like you're choosing not to see the rest of what the demon is. It's just that you've brought yourself to an acceptable place to where you can manage it, and it's no longer as much of a
place where you're not even the place where you're not even seeing where the demon is when you're still afraid of it. It's still a dragon. It's still something too big for you. You don't go to the cave. You don't train for it. You don't find a weapon. You don't do all of your hero's journey stuff for it. You just run away from it constantly, right? Then you definitely don't know what it is. But like that's why I'm saying there's a maturity level. Like that's a child. That's a baby. That's not an adult has to deal with all of their demons. They got no choice, right? So
I would say
like how do you relate to it?
I say some demons are so big that it's difficult to conceptualize even challenging it in the first place. The biggest demon, I would say, for most people would be challenging physical existence, which most people, they don't even think to begin to challenge that. Like they just accept it as default reality, and then their demons are like challenging things inside this box in order to have a comfortable experience.
All right, so let me point this back at you. So challenging, that's not something that I identify as my demon at all, challenging physical existence at all, but it seems like you do, right? So, I mean, that definitely says a lot about you, right? So whatever you just said, everyone is like this, it's really, no, not everyone, it's you, actually, that's like that. That's your demon that you're describing, which is legitimate.
That is good. Well, no, I would also counter that by saying most people don't believe in things outside of physical existence. It's actually so to the point where it's just kind of accepted that physicality is the default collective consciousness. So I see where you're going with that as well.
Again, I would not say most people. Like some people, I tend to be a little bit on that camp that you were describing, but
yeah,
I wouldn't say most people. It's different for everyone.
So what would you define as the collective consciousness and the collective unconscious?
It's an overlap of all of our functions. Like, okay, so there's a full reality out there. Let's leave this cognition aside for a second. There's a full reality out there, and cognition is responsible to process that reality and be organic and respond to that reality. And so as a human race, we're not just like individuals, we are a human race, and we need to optimize how we perceive that reality around us. And so all of us are going to have this cognitive diversity in order to process it all. But in it's like on an AI, right? If you have like this set AI and you want to make it a very general model, well, you're not going to get very deep on anything. But if you make it like just a physics model, so it'll go really deep on physics. You ask it about history, it wouldn't know anything, right? So it's like that's what humanity is. It's these very specific processes that are eliminating a lot so that they can process this. And so this is the collective consciousness. It's an assembly of all of our functions and all of humanity trying to communicate and resolve the cognitive differences.
So would you say that you have a capacity to indicate what the collective conscious is yourself? Like some aspects of it, that thing you say no.
Well, we can all access it. We all form it, right? We're the substrate to the collective consciousness. We're all a part of the substrate. But in terms of being conscious of ourselves, then no, that's like it's also a longer process. It's a slower process.
Okay, I see where you go. I would accept that. I see. Yeah. So you say that we both wouldn't be able to do that for either the collective or the collective unconscious.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. On the largest level, we're not so insignificant compared to it. we're just this like blip in time for it, right? It might use us for a little bit, but overall, it's going to continue.
Yeah, I mean, it's also consistent with what Jung said as well. It's like we're drip feeding maybe bits of the collective, which comes into our psyche, shifts in and shifts out, based on the way that we're exploring it. But we can never really capture the whole, because capturing the whole is like capturing the psyche, and that's almost like being enlightened, which cannot be had from any one particular individual.
It would also
Because again,
remove
if
your
reality is
cognitive
a composite of all these atoms or individuals, yeah,
It would also
That's interesting.
remove your cognitive purpose, because like you're not
Yeah,
designed to see all of cognition. We as a whole are designed to see all of cognition, and so all we can really do is play our little part of cognition, our little ant. Like we're ants in a farm, right? We're a worker ant, we're a warrior ant, or whatever those are. So we just have our little job in the ant colony, and that's already amazing for us. It's it's on our maximum capacity level. But then as a whole, we're an ant colony. We're something greater than the whole.
So I would also say that's part of the reason why the demons exist, because we are also here to keep each other in balance and mediation. So if the reality being a composite, like too much of one is not reality, too much of the other is not reality. So it's a balancing act of these different forces, these polarities in basically everything that we come to understand and process nature through.
And also in order to form any concept of self at all, you need to have that concept of separation.
Exactly.
Right. The concept of
Yeah.
separation that you were talking about. You need to feel separate. And if you were a whole cognitive being in and of yourself, you wouldn't have any separation from within yourself. You wouldn't individuate into identifying something as you and something as other or something as else.
Yeah. So so you just said that we can't fully digest the collective, and this is why I think that you can't have security in your own consistency in reasoning things, because there is this aspect outside which is which exists there to challenge that. The world is more than just the way that we want to reason it, whether it be my FI, which is why I challenge it, or whether it be your TI or my TI, etc. I think that the collective and what's actually capable of reality is when we choose to think about things or feel about things in a particular way, it also limits the way that we have an ability to engage in, accept, and interpret what is real, what is truth, what is emotional, what is rational. And just because it might make sense for us to articulate this as our reality doesn't mean that it actually captures the collective consciousness as a whole. So even though it may be right to me or you, on a theoretical basis, if you've just accepted that we can't view the whole collective consciousness, there must also be some inconsistency in the way that we choose to reason as well.
Yeah, I could get behind that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you have TI, by the way.
Yeah, most people say they think I'm INTP or something, but actually, this is really stressful for me. I do it.
Yeah.
I do it to serve, aiding other people understand. So actually, it's not. Yeah, you're see. That's it's not something I want to do all day or something. It's just to help other people get on the same page as well.
Yeah, that makes sense, because it's not your preference. It's just you live in a society, so we have to communicate on channels they understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly,
and there's a lot of people don't understand that because, well, their channels are preferred by most people, so they don't know how to work with people that's not like them. So we adapt, then we don't get understood properly ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think a lot of people, they say INFPs have strong TI, or for example, with you, I see your strong FI.
Okay.
And so for me, it's almost like I want a TE more, but I I go to TI first because I want to make sure that there is internal consistency, so that if the group challenges me, I have the capacity to back up what I'm saying. Because most of the time, I know what I'm saying is going to be controversial to the group. So it kind of helps me beforehand so that when I do go and challenge the group, I don't embarrass myself. And see, me saying embarrass myself kind of like shows the fear and the demon aspect in me. You can see where it's going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I very much, I know that I'm going to have different thoughts to most people. It's just a different way of going on about it.
Yeah, everyone's rolling the dice. Where
Yeah.
you're rolling 8-sided dice, and chances of you getting the same number are pretty low. So most people are not you.
Yeah, like if you want to ask me any questions about differences in cognition, how I see FI to work, how I see SI to work, go ahead. Or I'll just kind of engage with whatever you were going
Yeah,
with.
tell us
I'm sorry to...
how you see SI to work.
Okay, so I see SE to be this the way that we understand physicality being something external to us. Is like there's a chair, and then you're interfacing with this thing, which is a chair, and then everybody kind of understands or processes the physical world as these objects that are not objects, but like aspects of perception that are external that we interface with in order. With SI, it's not that. With SI, it's almost like, well, how do you see the chair? How do you connect with it? What is your identification? What's your experience of the chair?
So I have a question. Where are you getting your definitions from?
So well, from talking to people, but also I say,
okay, that's the best one.
I say the best way I get my definitions is checking the consistency in the definitions between all the functions in order to make sure that they all fit cohesively. So that's the primarily how I do it. So
internal consistency.
Yes.
Yeah. Not external.
Yes, FI and no. So FI and we both want internal consistency. Yes, it's like primarily how we like to do things. So that is definitely the way I prefer. And again, like I would make sure that it's so rigorous that often it's accepted externally, or I could do it to challenge things externally in a way that would be productive at the very least.
Yeah, I go about a little differently. I get so pretty much I kind of marginalize things. So if things aren't necessarily consistent internally, it doesn't matter as long as the interface is consistent and I can keep using it. So I'll worry about the internals later,
that makes
and
sense.
then focus on external consistency.
So I look at it more as you need data points. You need clear data points that you can use to build your model around. And so the clear data points have to be people that you know for a fact this is their main function. You know it. They agree with it. Everyone agrees with it. It's like a consensus among the tribe. It makes sense to you. Like, okay, now I can take this person and I can be like, okay, you are a model of this function for me. I can use you now. You are a data point. And so if you have enough of those data points, then you can start to sort of suss out and see your definitions and test your definitions, because you have these data points that you can test them against. And so I think like that's the first person I saw doing that was Megan Lavota, because every time I don't know what she's doing now. She's gone off the deep end right now, but she, at the time, whenever she was talking about people with TI, she'd be like, oh, this one guy with TI and this other guy with TI that I know, and these TIs, and like, she knows the TI, she sees them, she's right about them, and she's using them as data examples. I'm like, that right there I need to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it would be more varies. Okay, this theory says that there's these 8 functions, right? So based on this theory, I can split people into 8 groups. So first would be first I would okay, this person is like this person is like this person is like this person. So I'd find these 8 possible different groups, and then I'll go internally. It's like, okay, now how do these differences between people connect together in ways that would make sense with what this theory or this system is saying? And then I'll try to find like internal consistency between all the two to make sure that the definitions match. And I'll be like, okay, this is internal, this is external. So this is before I've even defined anything. It's just making sure that I can prove the distinctions within my mind. And then, like, after I've done all of that, then I'll describe the definitions afterwards. But before that, it's all like a kind of cloud of just internal processing and mapping things out. And then at the very end, where my T is somewhere, then that's where the definitions come out once it's all internally sorted.
So use the top-down dialectical model. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Nico? You remind me a bit of Nico.
He does not remind me of Nico at all.
No?
No. I mean,
The way he talks about his own processes.
Well, his thoughts are focused instead of all over the place like Nico's.
Nico is all over the place, yeah.
He reminds me of the other Jay, who happens to be here but not on panel.
You shouldn't pick on the energy DOMs though. It's not nice, Hank.
I'm not a nice guy.
I know.
So why did you become so invested in OP? Was it just as you said, it's like the external kind of the thing that you can work with first, and then you can sorry, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna have to go in approximately 20 minutes.
Yeah, they were really trying to get it for the longest time. Like before they came out, they really tried to solve this problem because like they were in the typology world for a long time before that. And
I was there.
Yeah, no one was able to solve this stuff, and they just were there. They put out videos on the way that it was all explained to them, and they sat down and really tried to solve it all, and really tried to categorize it all.
And that's really commendable.
And then they saw patterns
for a long time. Yeah,
one of the biggest patterns they saw was with Tony Robbins had a typology, and then they looked at Jung's typology, and they're like, "Oh, this matches." Like Tony Robbins is talking about one aspect of this typology, and that was a huge unlock for them. And so it wasn't them that came up with it, but they saw the connection. They were like, "Oh yeah, that works."
Yeah, the perennialness.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, Tony Robbins and that combination actually lines up with academic stuff. There's the Schwartz's theory of human values. Right. Schwartz's theory of human values also maps exactly the way that OP and the way that Tony Robbins, like OP isn't doing it. It's Tony Robbins and Jung that were doing it. And so this is like one of the most rigorous theories in the humanities. That's like it's a actually well-based statistical model. So anyways, so it all lines up really well. So for me, taking that as a framework is just
out of interest. What you just said about it being well-based in psychology, and I'd reject all of that. Just like if it, certificates to me, this is FE, external valid, like externally confirming itself.
I agree. I also reject it, but when there's enough data points, and when this thing is actually had so many, it's very rigorous. It's a statistical model. It's one of the most researched areas. So it lines up with what Tony Robbins just out of the pocket saw in people, and then with what Jung was saying as well. So for me, it's like, okay, there's something here. It's the same thing, right? Really?
I would say, for me, what kind of led me, when I was in the community then, but then people were saying like TI is selfish or FI is selfish, and I was like, no. This doesn't make any sense. It's like, okay. How are you linking this consistently? Because is this going to be an internal thing? Is it a feeling thing? Like what in relation to other functions would make this make sense? And it was kind of just people.
Oh, I know to make it very offensive. It's called what OPS is doing by with the community typing, vibe typing. That's gonna trigger a lot of people. Vibe typing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, vibe typing is not good. You don't want to do that.
But that's what they do. We'll just go in a room or go in other rooms with these other people, and we'll go down the chart and whatever matches. That's truth somehow.
Right,
Yeah.
so I'd reject that immediately because that's an attack on feeling, and that doesn't make me feel very good. But I would say vibe typing is fine. But the way I saw it, it was more of an ego kind of thing. It was like my type is better because it didn't actually make any sense. It was almost like asserting why their preferences are better. And I was like, okay, this is where I leave the community. That's kind of where I left. And for me, I saw like the 4 functions to map on Aristotle's 4 causes. And I was like, wait, you can actually, and then that kind of took me down the rabbit hole of my own. And this is where I saw, when you posted the video about the relationship to the tree of life, this is also the pipeline I was going along because it led me there as well. The kind of, this goes in such a long kind of way. So the way it's really difficult to kind of process external reality if we're always focusing on it internally. But it's I think with internal reality, it's almost like just as broad a map as the way that we think about things externally. And it has just as many effects on the way. So you can also create internal technology, which has, like, you could do a lot of the mechanics internally. Instead of building planes and ships on the outside, you can build them inside. It's about what makes a ship is, yes, it is the external construction, but also the internal system or that we use to relate to that construction. But you can do much of the building work on the inside. And this is where I'm going to lose a lot of people, to where if you have the right internal technology, you could view a football like a plane. I know this is going to lose a lot of people, but it's about making the majority of the internal technology, the advances on the internal technology. And I'd say the reason that why we wouldn't be able to see that is because our internal technology is not developed enough for us to be able to both understand and accept that we can translate a football in that particular way.
Of course, we can't have a stereographic projection, but I'm a nerd, so.
What's up, Mike? How you doing, Mike?
Hey, hi everybody.
Yeah.
Hello, people of Earth.
Hello, Mike. What's going on with you?
Good, good.
Nice to meet you, by the way. I'm new here, so I'm just learning
Yeah.
about how everybody does things.
What's your name, by the way?
Me,
What do we
Jay.
call you?
Yeah, call me Jay.
That's other Jay. We have Jay in the chat and Jay on panel.
You can call me Jay too. Whatever. Or
Yeah, Jay works.
Jules. Jules also works as well.
Jay's fine.
You sound like a well-read individual, period. From the little that I heard.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm consumed first, for sure.
Haven't we all?
But yeah, please do. Tell me about yourself and things that you think about, and I'm kind of just here as part of the crowd, really.
You asking me?
Yeah.
What's your name? I have a screen here. I can't.
You
You're
can
robotic.
Call me Jay.
Isn't
You
Hello?
can call me Jay or Jules or.
Again, the question, what interests me?
Yeah.
What have you been thinking about? He said, yeah.
Well, I'll just flat out tell you, it's a lot of things that interest, I guess, the people that are on this show. I've been on a few times. To be short about it, I guess, the mysteries of life, to put it that way, right? Am I on the right track?
Yeah. Like, what's something that's kind of been perplexing you that you've thought about? Could be like
What interests me or what perplexes me, or maybe at the
Yeah.
same time.
either. Yeah, go ahead. Either or anything.
A lot of stuff.
I'm sure you.
That's
I'm sure
out
you have
there.
very interesting perspective.
Quantum physics. You want a specific? Quantum physics.
Binyamin, this is your alley.
I just, I had to give you one question. Not only, but if we want to start at one place, I mean, that's a good start.
Yeah. So, what particularly about quantum physics do you like, or do you?
What specifically perplexes me and that I like is that
Yeah.
we're dealing with things that we've been able to measure with scientific instruments for well over 100 years. I think we'll all agree there. So we're no longer talking about what if. To be simplistic here, if we're all on the same page, it's not a what if. We're being shown through so many different things that we're part of something much greater. Period. I mean, now we can dive off. I think
what do you think that part of something greater could be to you? Like, how do you
choose
to? Yeah.
Nowadays, how do I choose? There's so many names for it, but I mean, a lot of people call it God. I mean, that's one term that we can all, a basic neutral term, I guess you could say. I don't know if it's neutral, but a higher force. And there's no doubt about it that we're a part of it. It's been proven time and time again.
Yeah. How would you say you relate to the presence of this thing, like this God or this greater thing?
How do I relate, or how do we relate as a whole? What do you mean?
How do you relate?
Out flat. I don't know if it's a good answer, but it's anything. Consciousness, period, itself is everything. It's not me saying it. I've intuitively felt it all my life. It's now been backed up with fucking, oh my God, probably just the same as you and a lot of you out there. Are we on the same page? I mean, have you heard a lot of
You're disconnecting. I'm so sorry. I only heard about 40% of that, maybe at best.
Wait a second. Maybe I gotta charge the phone. Yeah, that's okay. I said consciousness itself.
Okay, right, yeah.
Being the driving force behind everything, whatever you want to call it, the matrices. It's whoever understands it understands. But yeah, to start off, I guess on the right page. Yes. We can go forward from here into specifics, but
sure.
It's a fucking biggie. I want to make sure that I got a good connection.
It definitely is. Yes, please. Definitely is biggie.
Second, I'm plugging my thing and tell me if it's a better connection. Now I'm plugged in. Are you hearing me better?
Yes, you do sound like better. What did Ben?
Yeah, I will. Yes. I will actually. I'll get a Bluetooth hooked up next time. But has anyone heard of? I might have mentioned it last time. This is a lot of baggage here, but I'll just say it. The gateway experience.
Yep. This is
Yeah.
like Monroe Institute and stuff like that.
Bing,
It's,
bing, bingo.
yeah.
Okay. So there's no need for me to talk anymore.
And then there's like, then there's hemisphere and those kind of. Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
I mean, yeah, that's the whole beauty of it is that we all talk. I mean, but I'm sure you've heard various things as such if you understand that.
Oh,
and
yeah. I have.
so,
I've
you know,
experimented.
the truth's out, man. We're all living in an internally projected hologram called the brain.
Oh, yeah.
And
there we go.
the consciousness secretes the appearance of a brain. We don't even have to read the book. Whoever understood it, but things have been, you know, Itzhak Bentov, his models, everything, biomedicine. You've heard of him, of course. So
Ben who?
Yitzhak Bentov. He was the biomedical. He was the biomedical engineer that the CIA took his work mysteriously after he died in a plane crash. You can check it.
Interesting.
They gave him credit. They did give him credit. When I say they took it, they used his models, his work in their the Gateway report that you can get online. So when you understand that there's 5 oscillators, one being the heart, the brain, aorta. You've heard this. I'm taking it. Some of you. We're talking about.
I know where you're going with it.
The Kundalini spiral up the spine, right? Reverberating down to the legs and then back up, creating okay. All right, so there's fucking evidence right there. Why is the fucking world this the way that it is? That's next topic. I'd like to hear someone else take over from there.
Well, I'll say something I find very interesting about that is people claim enlightenment. Like, how can you claim to know everything when you're just sitting, folding your legs, meditating? I was like, how is this even possible? It's like, it almost seems a bit arrogant. And then I investigated, and I investigated to see if it was valid, and it's we make this internal map or projection of. This is how I interpret it. This internal map or projection of how
separation. Yeah.
Well, it's like the universe that we try to engage with is inside us. So in order to actually understand the universe, you can look inside yourself to see the bounds of the map. So it's like by exploring the boundaries and the depth of the unknown inside yourself, because I mean, how could you know the outside world exists if without the observer observing it? And so the more the observer can understand about themselves and increase their capacity to observe, the more they're able to see and experience. So it's like they viewed more of their inner experience in their inner world, which allowed them to see how they internally make maps of perception, to see things outside the bound, and then what people would discover and create. All this map that for them was unconscious until they explored it more upon like meditating and sitting with themselves. I was like, oh, that's how they do it. So I mean, there's again, it's like that also suggests that there's a map of expectation of what the external world is supposed to be, which we're experiencing more from the inside first. So it doesn't again, it's not re-enlightenment where you kind of just it's already internally mapped, and then you're seeing more of what exists based on what we expect it to be, not what is actually truly fully externally there, which can be and is more. So I'd say that's my But it's really interesting. Yeah, I wasn't expecting
amazing.
that.
It's amazing. 2 things. I'll just blurt it out.
Yeah.
2 things, according to the books on this that were written again. two things have been evolving here. The human nervous system, which exists in the third dimension of reality, of matter, right? We're talking matter. Our body is matter, right? And there's been consciousness that's been evolving through that itself. Okay? They call it the absolute, right? The absolute and infinity, experiencing itself through billions of different forms, right? While at the same time having the feeling of separation. Okay, so basically, God's inserted himself. God, if you want to call it, has inserted consciousness. I like to call it. I prefer inserts itself to have its own experience within its own dream world.
Yeah, well,
it's kind of wow. That's fucking. You know, it's not me. I don't take credit for any of this. I'm proud to say that I don't. I felt a lot of it intuitively all my life, but you know, I understand. I feel the concepts. I know them to be true, and I also want to let everyone know throughout the beauty of all this, of talking about it, of mere existence and life itself, which is really beautiful and holy in every way. We're never really going to get to the bottom of it in a sense that we can understand.
No.
Okay. One needs to understand that. That's the whole beauty of it. You die, you lose that consciousness, that specific consciousness, and you float back into something else, unaware. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
This is what the mystics have said.
This is what the Egyptians also alluded to as well. But
yeah, everyone verified this already. Okay, so it's tremendously, you know, awakening. I don't know if that's even the word. When one understands that it's basically consciousness here that's been evolving all along.
Yeah.
Insane stuff. I looked at the book. It's, I guess my soul, my spirit can understand a lot of this stuff. It's beyond numbers. We're dealing with something now that can even bend the laws that we know or that we think we know.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay, so this is going to link, but have you had any paranormal experiences or like
Absolutely. Not the common ones, seeing ghosts. I wish I had. No, I never saw a ghost, but I have had lapses in time, expanded awareness, for example. Okay. I can't think off the bat of my head. I mean, there's so many things I could think for our next, but throughout 45, 46 years nearly, too many of them. And something has always guided me. Something's always guided me.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I speak for a lot of us too. A lot of us have had, especially nowadays, crazy experiences in the past 20 years. 9/11, I think the world really changed.
Oh, really? You think I didn't feel a shift there personally?
I felt a major shift when those buildings came down. You know, I even look at pictures sometimes on YouTube and wow. I mean, it's a lot of things changed. The mentality of human beings, everything became hyper alert, aware, suspicious, you know, right down to our core, as if it wasn't enough already, right? This is it's been in the making millennia, but it just got more exponential. And towards nowadays, we're living in a world that the people that were born 20 years ago, they think this is normal. You know?
I think in many aspects, if you're talking about like the spiritual perception, we've downgraded quite a lot because the people of the past, they were talking about this as common knowledge, and now we say, oh, that's a metaphor because we lack the capacity to understand. We're like, oh, that's got to be a metaphor, right? But it's actually not.
That's true. You know that etymology was taken out of the American public school system in 1933. Interesting. Very interesting. I found that out.
Mm.
If people would know where even words or terms come from, how powerful our words
Yes.
can be,
Yes. 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 Absolutely. They
right? Have you heard
words,
that stuff
ideas.
too?
No. Yeah.
Spells,
Yes.
spells, right?
Exactly. Exactly. I know where you're
I've
going with
heard,
that.
I've watched
Yeah.
numerous stuff, my friend. I think
Yeah.
you kind of know who I am right now, huh?
I know. I know. Yeah. So I mean, for
This is
me,
not bad science. True. This is true stuff. That if someone wants
yeah.
to research, you can use this stuff and practically in your life. You know?
So again, I was a skeptic of this until it happened to me, and then I thought I was crazy until I could teach people. So I mean, if you can also
Exactly.
confirm it by teaching people, then it's kind of hard to. But so I have seen ghosts. I have met
Oh.
my spirit. I have met my spirit guide. I so what happened is I ended up having a spiritual breakthrough randomly where all of a sudden I was hearing voices from, and you could also say that schizophrenia. So I also challenged that too, but it wasn't. It was other voices from other entities which I can still hear, and then I could see auras. So I'd see like red rings around birds or physical like things in movement, or and then it kind of deepened to where I see multiple rings.
Mhm.
And then I would start seeing weird things like portals, and then I see this was very strange where I would see like the arrow of time. So I'd see people moving on arrows. So let's say if somebody is walking in a direction, I saw that this arrow, it would go underneath them, and it would
Mhm.
just go far out, and then the people would walk exactly on the line of these arrows, exactly. And then you start seeing even weirder stuff where it's like there's people who don't know, and then people who do know, and they have a
Mhm.
separate way of communicating with each other. That was strange because
Again,
when I
expanded awareness.
right
You had an episode of expanded awareness that could easily, of course, as you said, be passed off as many things. But
yeah
what it is, and a lot of people have experienced it, it's expanded awareness, a hyper arousal of your nervous system. Okay, throughout evolution.
I don't
Okay,
know what it is, man. I just know
I mean,
this weird stuff happened.
listen, it's not. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff happening that
Yeah.
can't be explained. Now they're finally admitting Congress that we do have a UFO issue. I'm sure you've been watching that for a year. It's already going on a year.
Yep.
The whole phenomenon behind it, that's real too. That's a whole subject in itself. But, when you start getting into this stuff, you see it branches off and it's interconnected.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for example, what do I mean? How on earth could we, a species out of billions of galaxies, evolve to the point that we're at, we have what we call consciousness, right? To be able to have this very conversation and what we've discussed, to understand these ideas, these concepts. And the answer is because that's exactly what it is. We're consciousness experiencing itself.
Mhm.
And it's such a beautiful subject, but
It is. Yeah.
it's not for the faint of heart. If you're, like they say, if you're a materialist, it's not going to speak to you. You're going to deny it. You live in fear and you believe only in physical, and it's hard, hard to find people that understand this stuff for what it really is. It's not just the newest thing. It's really backed up. And I think a lot of people have gone through a lot of efforts to get this information out. Amen to them. Through a lot of different subjects, like I said, that are interconnected. Ghosts, for example, could be explained as energy scientifically that dissipates, right? It's actually been measured at death. Do you know that? Hello?
Well, I'm here. I disagree.
I don't know that either.
They measured it. Listen, it's not conclusive. I'll be honest. There's always a medium to everything, but there's too many things. Ghost is just one of them. What about clairvoyance? There's so many fucking millions of things that we don't know. Let's just put it that way. So, not knowing doesn't mean it's paranormal. It's science that just hasn't been discovered. Just like magnetism or electricity, for example.
Well, magnetism, electricity, and clairvoyance has been.
Go check up. Now, I asked, how the fuck can matter come from energy, right? And E equals MC squared. Go look up. I just found out recently, proto matter. How it goes around. Proto matter, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, blows up, comes out of a white hole, circles around, okay, and then gets sucked back into itself on the other end, on a black hole.
There's this video I saw about the guy Parallax. You know Parallax?
Yes.
You know him, Hank? So Extra History just did a video on him. It was pretty good. Do you want to check it out?
Sure.
Do you know Parallax, Mike?
I'm going to, and within a few minutes, I guess.
Right. All right. I don't know. Can we hear this?
Yeah, I hear you.
1964. All is set. A telescope has been deployed and adjusted, lines of sight investigated and measured. A crowd gathers to watch this face-off. Two opposing sides meeting to try and solve the question of the age. Is the Earth round or flat? On one are the Newtonians, men from Greenwich, many of them with naval experience, and seemingly perhaps a bit frustrated they even need to be here at all. Some are navigators and surveyors, some have experience in the southern oceans. And on the other side is a man who will only give his name as Parallax, a prolific and convincing lecturer, debater, and now author who insists that he can prove the Earth is flat, stationary, and the sun is only 4,000 miles away. They will train the telescope at a lighthouse 14 miles out to sea, then take it to the rocky shore below and do so again. The Newtonians have precisely calculated that the curvature of the Earth will obscure most of the lighthouse but leave the lantern visible. Yet, incredibly, this will not go as any of them hoped. Thank you so much to Planet Wild.
Anyway, this guy was like a good scam artist. Do you want to keep watching? This Parallax guy?
Scams.
Have you seen this one, Hank?
I did not see this one.
Never seen it. Never.
All right.
For funding frontline ecosystem restoration missions where it really matters. Learn how you can help after the episode. Samuel Burley Rowbottom, pseudonym Parallax, is more than any other single person responsible for the modern theory that the Earth is not a globe. Yet, incredibly, historians are unsure whether he himself believed it. Part of that is his background. Born in 1816 outside Manchester, Rowbottom's early life is hard to pin down because so much of it comes from his own accounts, writings that are not, on the whole, all that trustworthy given some of his later claims. Generally, his life was unremarkable until the 1830s, when he got involved in a utopian socialist community as a traveling lecturer and recruiter for the settlement in the Bedford Fens. Before the community ejected him in 1839, that is. The reasons given for this vary. In one version, the 21-year-old Rowbottom started to advocate the practice of free love, while a dueling account claims that he had increasingly tried to insist that belief in a flat Earth be part of the commune's life. According to his own account, Rowbottom had believed this since the age of 7, where he'd heard his grandfather discussing Newtonian principles with friends and supposedly told them that they couldn't prove the Newtonian model, and when he grew up, he would pledge his entire life and fortune to proving that the Earth was flat, which is 100% not an invented anecdote and definitely how a 7-year-old sounds when they talk, right? But whether he tried to foist these flat Earth views on the commune or not, it was in Bedford that Rowbottom conducted the experiment that he'd base his career on, the Bedford Level Experiment. He gave varying accounts of what this was, but he apparently laid down on the frozen ice of the incredibly straight Old Bedford Canal with a telescope and saw people ice skating on a pond 6 miles distant. Or he waded chest deep in a canal and saw a bridge. Or he stood on a level bridge and looked down at 2 boats he'd sent flying flags. Whatever happened, he'd claimed that he'd seen the objects far past where they should have disappeared beneath the curvature of the Earth. And yeah, he probably could see them because it was known even at the time that atmospheric refraction could make
It's crazy. It's the definition of confirmation bias, right? Like the story he told, whether it happened or didn't happen, I don't know. But it's like, oh, I'm going to prove that the Earth is flat because Newtonian physics is fake. And then like going all in on that, that's confirmation bias. It's like, I know what I want to prove.
Yeah.
And nothing will dissuade me.
Yeah, if you want to do science, probably you want to disprove it. You want to disprove your hypothesis. When you fail, then it's good enough. You just go ahead and publish that.
Yeah, he wasn't looking for truth. He was just looking to argue and be right.
Yeah.
objects
would
visible
agree.
despite being below.
Sorry. Go ahead. What? What's that, man?
I agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
The horizon, whatever. Regardless of these, quote, discoveries. For most of the 1840s, he actually turned his attention to another topic entirely. Curing death. In 1845, he published a long pamphlet on health and diet titled... Oh, jeez, are you kidding me? Okay. Biology, an inquiry into the cause of natural death, showing it not to arise from old age, but from a gradual process of consolidation arising from substances which may be so far controlled as to preserve health and active life for an indefinable period. 44 words. Basically, he claimed the body hardened over time due to the build.
Yeah, so I guess he conquered his second death. We're still talking about him today. So he kind of got it.
I guess so, Hank. Yes.
Up of, quote, earthy substances. To combat this, he advocated not eating bread and only consuming fresh vegetables, meat, and free phosphates, which were the key to health and longevity. He, of course, advised taking this in the form of phosphoric acid, which is safe when diluted and is an ingredient in many sodas. However, Rowbottom advised taking it by the half ounce as a way to live extraordinarily long lives like the patriarchs of the Bible and theoretically achieve immortality. Of course, Rowbottom didn't have a medical degree, but apparently his literary alter ego named Tryon did, because the pamphlet spoke of him successfully treating 320 patients with this regimen. It's unclear whether he was quietly selling quack medicine in conjunction with this literature, or if that just came later. But until his business of being a fake doctor took off, Rowbottom had to make ends meet with the 3 most powerful tools he had at his disposal: his voice, his pen, and his debate skills. In January of 1849, he held an engagement under the pseudonym Parallax at the Trowbridge Mechanics Institute to lecture on the subject of the flat Earth. Now, it should be noted that this professed belief of Rowbottom's was weird. Though several ancient religions had believed in a cosmology that included a flat Earth, philosophers in ancient Greece had proved the world was round, and that knowledge was widespread in the medieval world and universally accepted by the Renaissance, which is part of what gave Rowbottom's lecture such a good hook. See, he lived in a time of lectures as entertainment, when a traveling lecturer could make a lot of money speaking on a specialized topic like literature, history, and especially science. Victorian sensibilities really pushed the idea of self-betterment through education, and mechanics institutes sprung up all over Britain, offering space to lecturers and courses to educate the working classes. Though some of these lecturers were legitimate teachers and writers, many were charlatans in it for the attention and money. In some ways, it was the beginning of edutainment. And of course, the more eye-catching and controversial a topic, the more you could pack a lecture hall for a 6 pence or more per seat, baby! Like, okay, maybe you don't believe that the world is flat, but isn't it worth it to pay a 6 pence to watch a guy try to convince you of something so nuts? Like, seriously, try to imagine a world where people watched pop culture versions of academic subjects as mass entertainment. Imagine it. Are you imagining it yet?
I'm
Imagine
imagining.
in your mind's eye? Yeah, of course it sounds like YouTube, doesn't it? This is pretty much like Victorian YouTube we're talking about. Rowbottom's first lecture was covered by the local press, where apparently he laid out what would be his consistent arguments for the next 3 decades. Namely, that the Earth was not a globe, it was more like a pizza, with the North Pole at its center and a big ice wall around the outside forming the pizza crust. Also, the Earth did not orbit the sun. Instead, the sun moved in a circular path above the Earth, and the moon was not lit due to its reflection, but because it was a self-illuminating object. Both were close rather than far, with the sun only 4,000 miles from the Earth's surface, and the stars were not other suns far away, but points of light in the great vault of heaven. In fact, the Earth was the only planet, and below it were the primordial waters mentioned in Genesis before the Earth's creation, and the rocking of the Great Plate is what caused the tides rather than the moon's gravitational pull. According to Rowbottom, the Newtonian scientists had it wrong. Not due to some conspiracy, mind you, but because they were arrogant and imaginative, and could not prove their theories apart from thought experiments. Meanwhile, Rowbottom's philosophy, which he called zetetic astronomy, relied on experiments that anyone could replicate at home. This was, of course, hogwash. Astronomers of the time had plenty of hard evidence to back up their claims, but it often relied on math that was difficult for laypeople to understand. Ironically, Rowbottom relied on this same weakness to argue for his theories. He threw a lot of math and diagrams at his audience that were hard to follow or refute, and he packaged it all in an anti-elite language, which would appeal to the common audience member. After all, this was still very much an era of the gentleman astronomer.
What's up?
I just want to point out Rowbottom's techniques is how flat earthers argue today. They pretty much use the exact same playbook as Rowbottom.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sure the science has developed since then.
Yes, the science has, but
I mean, their science.
but
their
they're
science.
what they're doing is not what most people would call science.
Right. But they have their own science.
All right, but they could have fooled me.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure it's developed, whatever that science is, right? No? It hasn't gotten deeper and more fleshed out? More experiments?
I'm probably just too dumb to understand it.
Maybe.
Formal degrees and even the term science were not yet widely used, and the field was basically a playground for the rich upper-class men like Newton who didn't have to work to support themselves. But he also pushed on another hot-button topic. Because while Rowbottom jabbed with math, diagrams, and supposed refutations of Newton's view of the world, his right hook was that his version of the world lined up with biblical literalism. In his talk, he said astronomers were not simply wrong, they were attacking religion by contradicting biblical teachings. Then he closed the presentation with the idea that phosphorus could make you immortal. Rowbottom's first lecture was met with good reviews in the local paper, apart from the phosphorus part, which was so derided that he never again promoted it in a flat earth lecture. That, of course, would be spun off into its own separate business. Where he ran into trouble, however, was at his second lecture in the town of Burnley, where during the post-lecture debate, someone asked him why ships disappeared from the bottom when sailing out to sea. At this question, he panicked, then said he'd have a good answer in the second part of his lecture the next night, and promptly skipped town. The local paper then recorded the audience jeering when he didn't show up the next day, joking that Parallax had obviously slipped off the ice edge of his flat disk and would not be seen until he peeped up on the other side. By his next outing, he had researched the most common counter-arguments to his theory and rehearsed quick, and more importantly, often humorous comebacks to every single one. These too were, of course, unsupported nonsense, but it was the fact that he was entertaining and appeared knowledgeable that made him, to a layperson watching, seem like he knew more than his opponents. He developed other strategies as well. Like when questioners pressed him too hard, he'd claim they were being selfish and taking up too much time from other people who wanted to speak. When he did not have a satisfactory answer, he would pivot to a different topic entirely or turn questions around and challenge the questioner to name statistics that he'd memorized. He'd ask them to prove there wasn't an ice wall and throw out too many falsehoods to refute. Not to mention subtly making fun of Newtonian proofs by using words like rotundity to make the idea seem ridiculous. Crucially, though, through all this nonsense, Rowbottom was unfailingly polite and kept his tone even, which granted him more and more authority with the audience, as his opponents, who increasingly included actual scientists, navigators, and sailors, became frustrated and angry as he piled on disingenuous arguments. But this growing fame also meant that Parallax's opponents leveled up as well. By the 1860s, people were writing the Astronomer Royal to get refutations of his ideas, and in Greenwich, the center of British navigation science and a haven for sailors who had actually been to the southern oceans, they challenged him to the experiment at Plymouth from the start of this episode. The stakes were this. The Newtonians argued that with their calculations, the lighthouse would be just over the edge of the curvature, and with atmospheric refraction accounted for, the whole lighthouse would be visible from the cliff, but only the lamp should be visible from the rocks. Parallax insisted the entire lighthouse would be visible from both perspectives. Except neither happened, because atmospheric conditions that day meant that the refraction was actually less than normal, meaning only half the lamp was visible. Yeah, the lighthouse was actually further obscured by the curvature than the Newtonians calculated, and Parallax was more wrong. Despite this, Parallax turned to the watching crowd and declared in a victorious tone that because the Newtonians had miscalculated, clearly they had proved that their models were all faulty and no one should trust them. He then went on to publish his monumental Tsadik astronomy book the next year titled, give me strength, Tsadik Astronomy, The Earth is Not a Globe, an experimental inquiry into the true figure of the Earth, proving it a plane without axial or orbital motion and the only material world in the universe. 34 words, 2 colons, 2 exclamation points, and 0 self-awareness.
Sounds like
It was a
Japanese title.
bestseller.
That's so long. Sounds like a title to a Japanese work.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's crazy how this stuff gets started, eh?
No,
No.
crazy how it keeps going on. Ooh, Mike's back.
Yeah, that's yeah.
You can add him.
I'll add him. Yeah. It's crazy how this stuff gets started.
Hey, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
What the? I can't figure out this freaking headset. What the fuck? I turn it on. It's connected for calls. You know the equipment today is not that. It's a no-brainer, and I'm still hearing you through the speaker of the phone. What is this shit? Oh God! Could it be that it's connected on my computer? Is that perhaps what it's doing?
Yeah, check to see if your computer's paired with it.
Yeah, maybe it's paired. Let's check. No, it's not. There's no fucking email, Bluetooth here. I'll figure it out. Is it even on? Let's see. Maybe it's on.
Yeah, if you're doing.
Yeah, it's on. That's why. Now let's fucking check it. It was on. It's connected with this shit. Fucking A. That's why they say don't smoke. Now let's check it. 1, 2. And we're blue. Hello?
Yo.
I'm still hearing fucking through the
Yeah,
I'm hearing good, but I'm not.
You gotta set it up through StreamYard.
Huh?
You gotta set it up through StreamYard. StreamYard has its own what's it called? Settings.
Stream this to your audience. Wait a second. I got to go into settings here.
It's easier if you just
Recordings.
rejoin, I think.
For what?
I think if you just rejoin, I think it's easier because you can select it when you're joining, what your audio is, all that stuff.
All right, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Refresh, yeah. Yeah, you knew about Parallax, Hank? How could you not, being in the Pedalverse, right?
I went to the bathroom, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, now I'm like spiraling.
About what? About the landlord?
Yeah, and like he didn't even say anything. It's just like the thought of like, what if there's a big, huge change?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of like what Russ would say.
Would you talk to him about it?
Yeah, he told me when he was on his way out the door, and I was still processing.
Awesome.
But
Awesome that
yeah.
this is fixed. Can everyone
Yeah.
hear me?
but
Yep.
yeah, but I
Sorry,
guess he
Andy
would
was saying something.
say, I guess he would say like, well, we don't even know. You can't freak out about
Right.
something when there's no information yet.
What are we talking about?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about big changes.
In the world or in your life?
In her life, yeah. Her landlord.
Theoretical big changes
Right.
that I'm like freaking out about that maybe aren't even a thing. I don't know.
Hey,
It just
theoretical
changed my
things
mood.
can become things real soon. Don't let yourself down. Don't let it get you down.
I
That's
know.
fine. Whatever it is. I don't know what you're talking about. What's that?
Well, she's got a good awareness of all of that stuff, but it can also get neurotic and worrying if she's wrong about it, and there's no point to worry about
Mhm.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I feel the
Yeah.
same. I feel the same way. You and me too. We're on border. I was just informed last week officially that I'm on board. Not the term borderline. That's not what they used, but I'm on the border between what's normal and not normal on the spectrum. Which means I'm in reality. I don't go around, acting a fool in that sense or hurting people or that. But in terms of my, I would call it personally awareness, how I see things, what I told you guys earlier. I think it's a good thing.
What did they tell you what they meant by normal? Did they define the term?
They never really fucking do they?
They
These
don't.
cunts.
They don't.
These cunts. You tell me. I'm going to read it right now. I got it right here. I don't give a shit. So what? A lot of people have post-trauma. I've got accentuation of personality traits. Now, I checked. That is not officially recognized by the DSM. That's number one. I don't care if
They
it's
use
in Israel.
ICD. They should be using ICD in Israel.
What the fuck is accentuation of personality traits? What
You
does
should look.
that fucking mean?
I don't know what it means. Yeah.
No,
You should look at-
I looked into it, and I found myself going around in circles. I found myself. I don't know, but
It sounds like they didn't know what bucket to stick you in. That's just what it sounds like to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I'm Eric.
it's not. I don't know what the fuck that is.
And they don't either.
She was explaining. ChatGPT was explaining that basically what it means is I'm extremely good at some things, but it's those very things that are my Achilles heel. It was fucking sending me in circles, like with a conundrum. Always their answers are fucking, somehow bipolar or fucking contradictory. They're obtuse, is what they are.
Slippery. Yeah.
No, they're not clear. They think it's this. It's not even recognized in the DCM or DSM. PTSD is. A lot of things are, but not that. And in Israel, they decide to do whatever they want. Yeah.
Why does it have you so worked up? Just as a question.
Because it's like giving personal. It's not like it's giving personal details to someone that's a so-called, professor or fucking and they take that and they paint a picture. They wrote me up something, not on the form. They wrote the actual diagnosis. It's in bold in most countries, right? But then under that, they write a description of things that are not accurate, some that are untrue. Okay, I'm sitting with this gal for 10 times for an hour each, right? Imagine
Yeah.
each time an hour, explaining to her RLA, Binyamin, right? We were there. All sorts of things about my life that came to be, and they use that. They paint a picture that's their paradigm of you.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Of course. Yeah. 100%.
And my point in case, we all go through hard times. Some people, 2 weeks, 2 months, could be 2 years, doing crack, doing alcohol, whatever. I told her, yeah, I had a few times that I did alcohol. I broke up with the girlfriend. A week, 2 weeks, something like that. And she writes it on paper, right? Oh, issues with alcohol to fall asleep. And then on the next line, she writes something about, my divorce. Right? So you understand how the human mind works. Whoever's going to look at that is going to see, oh shit, alcohol. And then the next time they're going to see divorce. They're going to, get all sorts of thoughts about me, connotations that are negative or they're wrong. So I'm at a point right now that I'm trying to track her down, and I'm going to I don't know, I'm going to give her a lesson. I'm going to give her a licking. I'm going to give her a licking. I'm just kidding with that. No, I'm not going to do that. But I mean, what the fuck? So what I'm going to do now, what I am going to do is I'm going to go to a real professional. Okay. Doesn't matter from how I found him, that is going to write a comprehensive analysis. Okay. And he's going to portray that. And it's also for the National Insurance Agency, Binyamin, that I'm doing it. It's for another thing as well, but it's for the national. And he's going to portray me in a little bit better manner, I guess. Yeah. You see, you try to be truthful, and then they use that. I don't know if she did it on purpose, or I think they're just degenerate. I don't think it was on purpose.
No, probably not on purpose, but I mean,
it wasn't her even. She's a psychologist. She sent it to the psychiatrist, Arashi, the head of the office, and he fucking oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess we're gonna have to get to green light them for the I don't know
what that means.
Delta Force to go in and fucking.
I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Green light to get greenlit. You don't know that when you're greenlit to take a certain action, a covert action. You got greenlit, right? The SEAL Team 6 or 5 execute Bin Laden. They just got a green light to do that from the president.
Yeah. I got it.
Am I making myself a clear soldier? Or actually, in mafia code or in gangland code, you can also be like greenlit, yo.
That's in their dictionary. I saw that in their dictionary yesterday, actually.
Yeah, where do they get it? Because it's military. It's all military covert fucking bullshit. Oh man. Either way. Yeah. If anyone should get greenlit, you know who it is?
Nobody. Everyone should.
No, you have a green. You know what it means, greenlit. You have a green laser optic on your gun, right? In many armed forces. So if you get greenlit, that means that they stormed in and they already have a laser dot on your fucking your temple and one at your heart. So you got about 2 seconds, and then you're gonna hear boded mashnika or single or a double tap.
So you know what's weird? You don't hear the bullet. The bullet travels faster than sound. You don't hear the bullet. You don't hear the gunshot. You feel
In the
bullet before
movies.
you hear the shot.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware of that. I actually learned that the hard way. Did you ever have it happen to you, Binyamin? I had Pritzat Kadur. How do you in English when you offload by accident? I was bored. And I was just by myself in the room, and I was just checking, oiling my weapon, put it back together, and it was obviously stuck in there after I had it at 60 degrees, like they teach you for a reason. And I remember the fucking bang in a 4x4 like room, bro. It was storming outside. It was next to Sankhanim's old
Safety,
base.
why wasn't your safety engaged?
He was cleaning
What?
his gun,
Oh, he was cleaning, so the safety wasn't.
No, it was after I cleaned it, oiled it, and reassembled it. I was just checking out, putting the mag in, taking it out, or clicking it and then taking the bullet out. Right? I know there's a bullet in the chamber. I take out the mag and then I try to cock it just to take out the bullet. Now, apparently, I don't know why my dumbass didn't hear the bullet come out, because had I heard it, I would have known. I just click the trigger like you usually do on a check, and boom! Damn! I can hear ringing for like 30 or fuck. Oh, God. And you know what I did? The first thing, after I realized I wasn't dead, I took the gun and threw it outside underneath the precas in the army, the barracks, and threw it under the door. So if the patrol heard me or some shit. It figures that they didn't. And so I got it out, re-cleaned it. Oh, fuck. Not pleasant. I started looking for the bullet hole. I couldn't even find the fucking bullet hole. The entry of a bullet hole of the 7, what is it in the Army? 7.6 or 5.56. It's really small.
There was a guy.
Hello?
There was a guy in our army that, like in my unit, that got shot because someone had a plitat kadul. Like he accidentally fired.
Oh shit! You reminded me when we were shooting in the Midbachim, Al Basis Sanu. It was an old Sankhanim base, right, for recruit training. I remember someone did that, and they accidentally, instead of pointing it when we were all laying down, the commanders like started yelling, "I don't want to go to your mother. I don't want to," to all of it. He couldn't stop. He did a shaming to the guy, rightfully so. Firearms are not a joke, man. I don't know. I've had a lot of. You asked me if something interfered. I went into my buddies. He's still in contact with him. He used to live here in Israel, and he was in a commando unit in Golani in Egoz, and he had a issued Glock in his where he was living in Oranit, where you visited me, right down the street, and he had it in his where his cutlery is, right? And I came in, and I don't know where we were all stoned and shit. I went somehow located the gun and ended up pointing it at my head and saying, hey, Craig, look at me. We're all drunk and stoned. He's like, Mikey, it's loaded. Just before I was about to pull the trigger.
Wow. Yeah,
that really happened, brother. I could have pulled that trigger and not said, hey, Craig, look at me. He said, brother, it's loaded, nigga. He looked at me like that with like the 9-yard stare. I was like, shit, damn. I froze up, slowly took it off. I was like, motherfucker, you're fucked up. Yeah, man, firearms are not jokes. They're not jokes.
Yeah,
man.
if you didn't cock the gun yourself and check that it was unloaded, don't point it to your head.
You don't have to cock it on a Glock. It's already loaded. A Glock, you don't need to cock. You just put the mag in and
you take the mag out and cock. If you don't do that, you don't take a gun.
Exactly. You got to clear it. Clear it first.
Well, I don't know why you'd be stoned and high in your barracks. It's kind of.
No, this didn't happen. I was in the army, but I was not on the base. I was at my friend, like a brother. He's a brother of mine. Lives in Los Angeles now. Either way, man. Guns, that's a whole subject in itself too, huh? What do you guys think about that? The whole right to bear arms. I mean, it's half-half. I mean, people should have a right to protect themselves, but we should also have the right to be protected from all sorts of crazy asses, right?
I'm not really a huge fan of rights. I would say privilege.
Yeah.
I mean, you go tell that to someone that lives in a terrible area with a terrible upbringing environment. That's hard to say. And in those areas, they don't even ask.
I mean,
Everyone's strapped.
Here it saves lives. It doesn't have to be you specifically, but it has to be enough people in society that have firearms to be able to inoculate a threat.
True. Period. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You got to have enough good people. You're always going to have people that beat the system, that get filtered out for some reason, and that end up shooting up something, a school or whatever. And it's prevalent today in America, especially. They've got to do something about that. Make it harder, but I don't know. I mean, it's a mission,
You
huh?
don't need everybody you don't need everyone to have guns, and you should be very strict on who can have them, but you do need them.
Tell them in Texas. In Texas, everyone's got a gun. Oh man, there's a state. I think there's areas in America.
Have you been there?
Not personally, but
I don't know.
I can know that. You've got states. You have one place in America, you can check it, that by law you have to own a gun. There's one like specific county, or I don't know, it's not a state.
That's true, guys.
but
Can you guys back me up? These guys are Americans.
yeah, check it. There is one state, one county. There's one county.
I know the
There's
guy will figure it out.
One second, Annie.
Yeah, there's one county. There's one. It's a county or something.
Mike, give Annie a second.
Well, I was saying I don't know personally, but I know the guy who can figure it out for us, and that's Hank. He can just look it up and figure it out.
Oh,
Correct.
I could do that too on the net. Hey, you can legally and must have they don't enforce it, but it's part of the law. Crazy shit.
Well, I got this.
yeah.
A water gun. The police say pepper spray is more effective because it's non-lethal and it goes into the eyes, and there's not many people that will do shit after that comes next to your face.
I agree. It's a safe option, because if I had a gun, someone would just wrestle it away from me because everybody's bigger than me, and then I would be in danger.
Yeah, but my dear, you got to be determined for your life, for the ones around you, to just pull that fucking trigger next to his skull or his center mass. You just got to. If you ever get a gun,
she's got Russ.
It's not about power. It's about mind power. So if you've got that willingness in you, that if you ever get in a situation, I would advise that you carry. If you carry, like I carry, which is not open. I've got a Glock, and I carry concealed, which means in a pouch. No one's got to know that you have it. But if you're ever in that scenario, last resort. It's a hard heart that kills, not a gun. Who said that, right? Remember, does anyone remember? Lee Ermey, Gunnery Sergeant Hartman. Right?
I don't remember him saying that.
I am your senior drill instructors. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to.
What are we looking at, Hank?
The U.S. town where it's the law to own a gun.
Thank you very much.
No, it's good. Bring it up. What is it?
What town? Where?
Kenshaw, Georgia.
Yeah. So let's all go and live in Georgia.
No. The
Y'all.
passed there. The police passed there. So no. That's a city law from 1980s. The prize.
Are they still?
Done in
They're all still from the old dirty South mentality, huh? They still all got that.
Yeah.
They haven't shucking it.
Correct.
Shook it. Yeah. Well, they'll get it shaked out of them soon.
Who's gonna do
And what do you, the federales.
doubt it?
But what do you think about that? The whole town having guns. You don't need police.
Yeah, it works for them.
Imagine that in Orange County. Damn.
Hit the wrong
As
button.
if it's not bad enough. Damn. So you think it's a privilege, not a right?
Yep.
Based on what?
No, so the way I define rights is it's this thing that can't be taken away by definition, and the privilege can
Right.
be taken
Okay.
away.
I think it's a responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I get what he mean. I get what he means, even beyond the words. Yes. So there needs to be some separation between the two, like your
Yes.
right to breathe, to live, to enjoy life, and then your right to protect that life. You see where I'm going with this? You do have a right inherently to protect your life, even with the sledgehammer. No asking if someone's going to do something to you. You're going to do everything within your capacity. Grab a blunt object, whatever it may take, to maintain your life, right?
Yep.
So then you get to a situation being prosecuted in court. We fast forward, and they can argue, okay, well, your fist is a deadly weapon. Like, for example, Mike Tyson, his fists are a deadly weapon. Laugh, laugh. He cannot use that in a fight. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
There's some people that they can't. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what do they expect him to use his dick? but so you can argue everything's deadly.
They probably wouldn't like that either.
So I mean, you could argue everything. A cop once pulled me over, and he's like, "Why do you have this or that or I don't know?" He's like, "I had an axe one time, a knife another time, right? You got to have something, right?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you think it's for, motherfucker?" To one cop, I told him, I'm like, my chin dropped. I'm like, "What do you think? You got to have something." Like she said, you may be in front of someone that's stronger, more determined, doesn't feel pain. I don't know. And it's not about, hitting him in the right spot. I don't know. What do you guys think? I try to check if I could take nunchucks around. I'm good with nunchucks. I can't even carry that.
Just use a stick.
I think some people sometimes there's an attack, and we're lucky that there's people on the scene with a way to take down the attacker.
You look
Yeah,
old.
but how?
Just have a walking stick that's really just a really big swinging stick. That's legal. Literally everywhere.
Well, my 9 is legal. I got my 9 too, but I don't always carry it around. I got my daughter, so I don't always do that. But I mean, you got to have something. What's good?
Stick.
A dick?
Stick.
Yeah, but it's got to be solid. It's most sticks. What do you mean, like a branch that I buy or a branch that I take off?
a big oak walking stick.
That's legal.
Yeah,
you can get one. I saw one. You can get one on eBay that it has a portion that you they used it for espionage in the 70s. You pull it off. I saw one that's like a gun, and then the other one that's like it becomes a knife or some shit.
Gotta be too fancy. A big stick will disable 99% of the interferers, anyways.
You see this shit? A monkey fist, right? Y'all know what this is. That
Yes,
could that's lethal. That's lethal. Yeah, it is. No doubt. If I sock someone in the back of the neck with that, bro, it's fucking he's finished.
Yes.
Pretty much.
People die
I
from
think I-
coconuts. 350 people a year die from
Coconuts?
apparently.
So I'll spray him with coconuts.
And 3 people a year from durians. Or 1 person a year. What was it?
This whole conversation turned into death. It turned into the subject of self-defense. You see what
We
human
did this earlier. It's a callback.
You see how evil human beings are? Our true nature. We're violent creatures. We're deadly creatures.
We can be.
Am I hypnotizing you guys yet?
No.
No, I'm not really paying that much
Usually-
attention to that screen.
We usually jump off at this point. Anyway. Right, Hank?
Yes.
Yeah. Have a good happy Festivus. Happy New Year's. All that stuff.
Happy turn of the new year. Yeah. Another date.
Yes. Happy new calendar day.
And
go
I'm sure
break yourself
things will
another
go
one.
fine. Even if something happens, you'll work it out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
You will. Yeah.
Well, like a Y2K. I heard that they're adding in Israel, at least they're adding in like some generation 3 for the phone lines. Was your phone working today, Binyamin? Was it experiencing issues?
No.
Yeah, my partner was company. There were issues all day. Who knows what
I'm
they're
gonna hit
fucking
it
doing.
on the stream. You can stick around. Just let everyone go. Bye. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you.